distinguished history.
Packers Hall of Famer Mark Tauscher.
Aaron Rodgers, give us an over-under on what number would you set for how many shows we do together?
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Offices, One Call That's All studio at ESPN Milwaukee.
I'm going to say daily 52 weeks a year. I'm going to say you do about 230.
And celebrating 10 great years on ESPN Wisconsin.
And then what happens?
No, then Tausch kind of bows out.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
It is the Wednesday edition. Live from Jones Market at Jones Dairy Farm in Fort Atkinson. One of our favorite road trips of the year. And we can't get Jason connected in Green Bay, so we got to figure out what's going on there.
We'll get it figured
Edition. Wilde and Tausch, 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee. 100.5 ESPN Madison, 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam, the ESPN Wisconsin app, the ESPN Madison, ESPN Milwaukee YouTube channels, Twitter, Facebook, wherever you want to find us.
It smells like bacon.
It does smell like bacon, which is always a wonderful experience. Tausch and I, my name is Jesse Nelson. Normally I'm the producer of the show. Today I'm with Tausch here in Fort Atkinson at Jones Dairy Farm. Again, Jason will be joining us here in just a couple of minutes, getting some things sorted out behind the scenes. And we are live at Jones Market in Fort Atkinson. Come on out. They open at 10 o'clock this morning. Come on out. Fantastic bacon, fantastic sausage, cheese curds, ice cream, all
they have
kinds.
Cheese curds here too.
They sell them in there. They got a little cooler over here. That's what I brought a haul home last year when we did the show here at Jones Market. This is one of my favorite stops of our Wilde and Tausch summer tour, and I'm glad that we get to be here once again in 2026.
I get a kick out of the fact that Laney is here, who is our everything, the ESPN Madison office, and you're trying to act like you didn't wolf down a bunch of ice cream last year. Like, there's still pictures of you with ice cream in your beard.
I don't recall these pictures.
Well, you recall that we had four different kinds of bacon.
I remember the just
spread
kept
of
coming.
bacon.
It just kept coming.
Eating it, and then we hit the ice cream parlor after that they have, and you're acting like you didn't, which I don't know who you're kidding, because you did.
I don't remember having ice cream here. I remember the bacon. I remember the sausage. I remember the sandwich. I remember there was we hung out afterwards. Yeah. There's a social media series that I think we're going to be part of again this year. That'll be exciting. Yeah. And so we did some filming after we were done with the show last year. Yep. And we were hanging out. They got like the farmhouse here on the property of the Jones Dairy Farm. And we were all
good baseball tournaments down here too.
And
I've been down here for a lot of baseball tournaments.
You've been very complimentary of Fort Atkinson over the years. Yes. And, yes, so we were here last year, and after the show wrapped up, we're filming all these videos. Eleanor was here, your daughter, the star of the entire series.
Indeed.
And as all the filming's going on, suddenly tornado sirens are going off, and there's, like, sideways monsoon rain and wind and just craziness going on. That's my fondest memory of being here last year. So I don't remember how much ice cream I may or may not have consumed, and I don't necessarily
I just know that you had. I just know you had some, and you're acting like you were like taken aback that you didn't get it.
I mean, does it sound like I would have had ice cream here last year? Yes, it does. I would, if I had to bet, if I don't remember if I had ice cream, I would guess yes, I had ice cream.
No, I'm telling you did.
The ice cream stand is right in front of us. They've got, again, you can buy stuff frozen, bring it home. I've been sent a list. Well, not even sent. I was provided a list before my wife Becca left home today with things to bring home for us, for my father-in-law, and for even some extra
Probably
people.
Get your dad a little birthday present.
As long as, happy belated birthday, Usher George. Lots to talk about. Again, we're working on getting Jason all connected back
I think we got
in the Everlight Solar Studio. We do. Jason, are you here?
Well, I'm not there, and I am jealous about you guys being there without me. But, yes, I am here. I am curious. I was told yesterday that you were contemplating wearing a Jones Dairy hat, and it led to a lengthy discussion about you as a hat wearer in general, as the kid from Up and the guy from The Sandlot. And then I tune in on the video, and you don't have a hat on. And I'm wondering...
you're not a hat guy. That's not your deal.
What do you mean I'm not a hat guy?
You're just not a hat guy. You look really
You're wearing the same hat.
No, I'm not.
It's almost the
my
same
hat's
hat.
better. You look good, man. You look good. You look good.
What's wrong with the hat? Why am I not a hat guy?
You figure that out yourself.
This is the first hat I've tried to wear in a public setting in 7 years because I was called Russell from Up, the kid or the Adventure Explorer.
You got a big head and a hat looks like it's a thimble on your head. That's why it's not great. Thimbly. Very thimbly.
Well, I am jealous that you guys are there, whether you look good in a hat or not. It is a fun trip, as you were mentioning last year. You guys had a great time, and obviously Jones Dairy Farm is a fantastic partner. So I'm glad you guys are there. That is one of the many great things that are happening today. We're also scheduled to speak with one Aaron Charles Rodgers, ACR as he was often known on this program. So we've got a Zoom call with him coming up a little bit later in the day. And, of course, the Packers getting ready to start their preseason schedule against the Steelers. And Jordan Love is going to play, although Matt LaFleur reserved the right to change his mind. Tausch, we have talked, I don't want to say thousands of times, but definitely hundreds of times, about how Jordy Nelson's ACL tear in Pittsburgh, by the way, in 2015, the year before this show began, changed their approach forevermore. Are we okay with the approach that they've decided to take to this game?
Yeah, as long as he didn't get hurt. I mean, everybody says don't play the results. No, what we do on this show, we play the results. And you give yourself opportunities to plan, and you think things through, and you weigh the positives and the negatives. And to me, Jordan Love playing, whether it's 3 snaps or not, it's not, the juice isn't worth the squeeze. So I get it. I've said all week, and I've said for years, you can't be good at football if you don't play football. But there's also you can't play your best if your best players aren't out there. So it's always a fine line of how to figure out what that looks like. And to me, if I'm going to play Jordan Love at all, it will be the last preseason game, and it'll be a minimal amount just to get all of the timing and everything else. And I certainly want all of my starting offensive linemen available to play. And that is not going to be the case tomorrow night, if that is indeed. I know you talked to Zebach yesterday, and whether or not he's going to play, how much he'd play. We don't think that old 6'5", is going to play at left guard. I'm not willing to let my season crater because something happens in a preseason game in Pittsburgh. I'm just not. So, no, the juice ain't worth the squeeze to me.
So what happens in preseason almost invariably is forgotten unless a player does something miraculous to make the roster or something really terrible happens.
Correct.
Jesse, in your beautiful
Who won
Jones
last
Dairy,
year's Bishop's Charities game?
The one they didn't play. Packers Give Back game. I believe the New York Jets won that game. Do you remember what happened in that game?
No.
Nope.
Is that where he hurt his thumb? He's hurt his thumb.
Yeah.
He's hurt his thumb.
And it was less catastrophic because it was his non-throwing thumb. But on his last snap, Jordan Love was sacked and tore a ligament in his left thumb and underwent surgery a few days later. And because it occurred on August 9th and they opened the season on September 7th, he was able to be back in time for the opener. But I understand that I am by nature, and it's been established during the 10 years of this program since we had all of our children before this show began, that I am a helicopter parent and a helicopter beat writer. Matt LaFleur saying that there is analytics that tell you that guys are 3 times less likely to get injured in the regular season if they play in the preseason. I don't think that applies to probably quarterbacks. I find that to be a position where maybe I would be. Let's give Kyle McCord a little extra.
Who did
work.
this study? Who provided the study?
Allegedly the NFL, which obviously
the
would
NFL
have
or the NFLPA? Because I bet the NFLPA study's different.
I would agree.
I'm done with just trusting. Oh yeah, that's great. I'm done with the trusting bit. Let's see it. I want the details, and I want who is actually paneled and surveyed, and who are the experts. Because that is not come on.
I spent some time trying to track that down yesterday. I will continue my search, but I have there is no clear-cut.
You can find anybody to give you, if you pay somebody, you can find someone to give you a study that's going to fit what you want to fit.
So if Matt LaFleur calls into the show this morning instead and says, all right, I heard you guys talking. I got to be honest, I'd forgotten about Jordan's injury last year. What would we tell him he should do in this game?
Don't play him.
Nobody
No.
Jordan Love for sure.
No.
Right.
Your stars don't play. Your linemen need to play. Do I need to see Hargraves? No. Do I want to see Sorrell and Lucas Van Ness and the guys that have not proven themselves over the course of time?
Yes.
Abso-blank-and-lutely.
Yes.
But the guys that are proven and I know are going to be out there, are going to be playing. Now, if you're a part of a unit, different. You don't want to play Xavier McKinney? I'm all right with that.
Yeah.
Okay?
Christian Watson,
I don't need to see. But the groups that are struggling or you need to figure stuff out, you got to go play. And football inherently is physical. You're not getting that in these practices to the same degree that you used to. You're limited with what you're doing. And I want to see the group up front. I want to see some of the D-line. But if you have bona fide starters that are the guys, I want them there in Minnesota. I don't care if they're in Pittsburgh. I don't.
I couldn't agree with you more. So, offensive linemen, Jacob Monk, Jagger Burton.
Yes.
And I would say, even though I don't feel great about the fact that they don't have a backup plan currently, Jordan Morgan needs reps in a game at left tackle also.
Yes.
Anthony Belton and Darian Kennard can share time at right tackle.
But don't you need those reps with the starting quarterback if you're going to do that to simulate the real game?
No.
Why not?
Because you're going to run the football. I want to see you get the run game going. I want to see you protect. I don't want to see you – I'll come up with an analogy. I don't want to just willy-nilly throw it out there because I want to – I'll tell you this. Mike Sherman and I started my first preseason game against the New York Jets. He came up and he asked me, he said, can we really put a 7th-round pick, in essence what it was, Marco Rivera had a similar conversation when he first started, when you're protecting Brett Favre. Can we really have a 7th-round pick protect? We just signed him to $100 million. Back then, that was a lot of money, $100 million in the NFL terms contract. Can we really put a 7th-round pick that's never played a snap in the NFL out there? And I told him, I sure hope so. That was my commentary. Would he have asked me that question if it was Matt Hasselbeck, who hadn't done anything in the league yet?
No.
He would not have. So you want to get things, you at least want to see proof of concept before you roll out to market. I want to see this group. I invested a lot in Jordan Love. I want to see him when the money's on the table in front of a group that's going to be able to get the job done. And the only way you're going to find out if these guys can, if they can do it against A, probably not Pittsburgh starters, and B, the most vanilla defenses you're going to see. If you can't do it then, I certainly don't want a trial run of saying, oh, yeah, let's see how you do out there. Good luck, Jordan. No, I'm not interested in that.
The Adam and Madison text in, the big question, should Marshawn Lloyd play?
That is a standing question.
No, it's a fun question, but the answer is 1,000% yes. I got to see if he can stay healthy, and I want to see if he's. I think he is going to be my Steinhoffel sleeper. I'm going to put it down on the books because tomorrow's going to be a little dicey for me as I'm going to be navigating things. So if my connection is bad, put it down on the books. Marshawn Lloyd is my Steinhoffler tomorrow.
We are such a well-oiled machine that we're already setting the table for tomorrow's show.
Definitely knew that was going on tomorrow.
There's preemptive pardoning. There's preemptive Steinhoffling. I'm going to do a preemptive Steinhoffling.
All right, we will make note of that. I think there a bunch of corners need to play, right? Including
let's put it this way, Jason. You as helicopter dad, give us your roll the sound. Get us the little music, Wooly. Top 5 don't need to play tomorrow night.
I will put together my list in an effort to stay on the clock.
Stop the band.
Oh, yeah, stop the band. Stop the count. That's a little sensitive, but stop the count.
Were you up till 2:30 in the morning last night?
I was not, but I did have a fun conversation with our friends at WTMJ, and woo, sounds like a hell of a show going on. Shopping for new windows and doors should never include haggling. Pella sticks to straightforward pricing, honest conversations, helping homeowners find the right fit for their home, and they never use high-pressure sales tactics. When you buy direct through Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, the same team that manufactures your windows and doors, they also sell them, install them, and service them. Real pricing, premium quality, no games. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com. Yeah, to me, it's a no-brainer. I got 5 guys. There's a lot of guys that I need to see some work in this preseason, and then there's these 5 that I say, nah, you're good. See you in Minnesota. We'll get mine. We'll get Jason's, and I don't know what Jesse with that hat. I'm not sure where Jesse's at, but we'll get to all of that next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. All the biggest voices, all in one place. The Yuengling Legends Line. Exclusive insight from Hall of Famers, All-Stars, and Game Changers, all on the Yuengling Legends Line.
Brian Braun, I appreciate you joining us here on Kyle and Bruss.
But we just wanted to have fun. You know, baseball's a game of failure and adversity. It's such a long season. You want to find ways to enjoy the success when you have good moments.
The Yuengling Legends Line. Crack open a Yuengling lager and raise a toast to an American tradition. D.G. Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
This is Aaron Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited with my brother and business partner, Eric Brown. Siding Unlimited is Milwaukee's choice for siding, windows, roofing, and doors.
Siding Unlimited delivers on expectations because our experience, integrity, and craftsmanship come through on every project.
For new siding, windows, roofing, and doors, call 262-567-4513 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
Screaming Sicilian, more is amore. Screaming Sicilian, more is amore. Amore, pepperoni, amore, mozzarella, amore. Screaming Sicilian, more.
Screaming Sicilian frozen pizza. More toppings, more flavor. More is amore.
We've all walked through the Expo Center at the Wisconsin State Fair, seen something and thought, now that would be nice to have. Hey, it's Jen Latta from Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, and that's exactly what happened to me when I found Good Health Saunas just a few years ago. Buying my infrared sauna was one of the best decisions I've ever made. I sleep better, have more energy, recover faster, and with how much I travel, the detox benefits are huge. Visit Good Health Saunas inside the Expo Center at the Wisconsin State Fair, August 6th through the 16th, or learn more at goodhealthsaunas.com.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your Green and Gold Fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank. Tri-City National Bank offers a full suite of personal and business banking products at more than 25 convenient locations. Open your account today at the community bank that's Milwaukee's best bank. Learn more at tcnb.com.
Just 2 days away from the Packers' preseason opener against the Pittsburgh Steelers on Thursday night. Head coach Matt LaFleur asked Monday about his approach to playing starters in the preseason opener.
When we've played in the preseason, we've been better earlier in the season. And you open up with a division opponent on the road. That's a tough task in itself. So I think, we've got to keep that in mind.
Additionally, LaFleur has said this week that if players are healthy, they should be ready to go in Thursday's opener. As for the Steelers, it is still to be determined if quarterback Aaron Rodgers will play against his former team.
This has been your Green and Gold Fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank, your hometown bank.
Fewer fees? Yes, please. Our everyday checking aims to please. No minimum balance, no monthly fees. Just hometown banking, the way it should be. Tri-City National Bank, your hometown bank. Member FDIC.
Milwaukee Weight Loss says back to school means back to you. Schedule now and enroll by August the 31st to save $200 on the complete weight loss program. Visit MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com today to schedule your free consultation. Hurry! Offer ends August 31st. MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com.
Attention families. Milwaukee Public Museum wants to remind you that Kohl's Thank You Thursdays are in full swing. Receive free access to MPM's permanent exhibits on the first Thursday of every month. Milwaukee Public Museum would like to thank Kohl's for their support in making this program possible. Visit MPM's website today for more information and to book your reservations. mpm.edu/KTYT. That's mpm.edu/KTYT.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
To think he had a glow up later in his life.
You don't love the fact that jawline is not very defined. Like that's
no.
Yeah, I would say you probably aren't a fan of that.
I shouldn't say this here, but I'm going to. So in our office, I have been compared both to this kid, and have you seen The Incredibles?
Yeah.
The Incrediboy who becomes the villain.
Okay.
He's got the big hair in the front of his head.
Yeah.
Does he have?
I've been
does he wear
compared
a
to
hat?
Is that good or bad? Is that a bad comp for you?
It doesn't feel like it was a
Do you feel like people are like putting you in the Mike McCarthy category?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm
even
kind of
sound like
getting
the
tired. I'm getting tired of being compared to Pixar characters, I think, is what it really comes down to.
If you prefer the kid from The Sandlot who wears that big fishing hat with the brim that goes out to here, we can alter our course because, I'm kind of like the catcher in that movie. So
I don't even think I look that bad in this hat. I think you're exaggerating. I think I look fine.
You're not a hat guy. You're just, it's okay. You got a lot of great qualities, Jesse. All right, Tausch. I feel like our list is going to be largely the same, but nevertheless, Wooly, hit the special music again for our countdown. The top 5 players that you do not believe should set foot on the field in Pittsburgh for the preseason opener tomorrow night against the Steelers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jordan Love is at the top of the list for me. I know you guys like going 5-1. I usually go 1-5.
You do.
Are we including any puppers, or if you're pupped, you're no good?
Pups are ineligible. They're
no eligibility for puppers.
If you can't play, then you shouldn't be on the list of you shouldn't.
Well, Tucker
play.
Kraft is not going to play.
If he was off, he's not on PUP, so technically
he
would
play.
be eligible.
Yeah.
We know he's not going to play. If he was fully healthy and had a new contract, you would still say
No
keep
play.
him out of there.
No play till opening
Agreed.
day.
Agreed.
No play till opening day. Agreed. So Tucker would be on that list. I'm going to put Xavier McKinney on that list. There's one that I'm curious about, Jason.
Ooh.
And there's been a lot of talk about his off-the-field stuff. He's not healthy. Where are you at concern level-wise with Josh Jacobs?
So, there, as you astutely point out, his legal situation remains unresolved, and answers are few and far between on when that might actually occur. But again, as we talked about, I think earlier in the week when you got back, the Packers would be operating slightly differently if they had gotten indications that they might not have him available. So I don't think the legal thing.
Yeah, but what about Shefty's report yesterday that him and along with a couple of other guys that weren't charged necessarily, but the NFL is still kind of holding that over the hat.
Mm-hmm.
There might be some suspensions or some time missed with the off-the-field stuff.
Yeah, he's 1,000% right. That is still a possibility. I don't know what they do with a guy in a situation like his where there's still no clarity on even whether he's been charged. I was watching Hard Knocks last night with the Seattle Seahawks, and they brought in Terrion Arnold for a workout. He has been charged with all those and released by the Lions, and he's worked out for multiple teams.
Can anything be more different? Tony Romo, and I am not understating a Dewey. I don't know if he's going to end up being charged or being convicted of it, but CBS says no. And then Terrion Arnold does all of the stuff he does.
Allegedly.
And allegedly. And people are bringing him in to try out?
Yeah. Schneider.
Wow.
My guy Schneider.
Well, but it's not just Schneider. There's other folks that
I know,
are
but he's talking
around.
about him on the episode last night, and he played in college with Jalen Milroe, and Milroe says Schneider's on there saying Milroe says he's a great guy. Well, okay, maybe he is. But the allegations are serious, and I was surprised that he got the
At least let this thing. I
Right.
think it's crazy. I think it's absolutely crazy.
But to your point on Josh Jacobs, the groin injury that he's working through is apparently minor. But yeah, I mean, when he had a season like he's on my list because when he have a season like he had 2 years ago, and then him and McManus should have just been shut down for a period of time. I admire guys, and you know this, Tausch, like you did it multiple times in your career. We all admire you for playing through injury.
If you play well.
But if you don't play well, it's not as admirable.
You're not helping anybody by yanking 35-yard field goals. Like that's not going to help you.
Right. So
you're not helping the team. You're not helping the team. You're not helping yourself.
And I look at Jacobs and I admire how he played through everything, but he was not himself.
Jason, okay, so I think we've kind of listed, and we'll just do three because I think this is.
I will just give you I will say.
All right.
Watson is on my list.
Okay.
And I am putting Evan Williams on the list too.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Now I'm done.
Because who texted in about Marshawn Lloyd? Well, whoever
Adam and Madison.
Really interesting point. I forgot. Obviously, he's going to be a key contributor tomorrow night, and if he can stay healthy, I think there's big opportunities for him this season. But it's starting to form a narrative to me. Listening to Matt LaFleur's commentary with everybody that he sat down with, raving about Jordan Love, signing the wideouts, not really approaching the running back position in the draft or anything else. So he's going to let Jordan Love cook. This is not going to be we got to establish our running game and we're going to do all this. This is going to be more, wouldn't be surprised if Jordan's in the MVP candidate. I'm not this. Let's start reading tea leaves. Josh Jacobs is dinged up. They didn't do anything of any substance to bring in a young player that could be the Ashton Genty or the replacement for Josh Jacobs, or we're going to pound the rock. They're going more athletic along the offensive line. Start kind of piecing things together. They're going to always want to run the football. They're always going to want to. They didn't run it as much for everybody to say, oh, they went into a shell and got all conservative at the end of the in the third and fourth quarter of the Bear game. No, they didn't. That's just not reality. They threw the ball, didn't do it well. I think there's a sea change, and I think Matt LaFleur is looking at it. And you don't have to trust me. Just look at their roster moves and how they've signed people and where they're prioritizing. They're going – it's going to be a team that's going to air it out a lot more than I think we think. We're all sitting there, play action pass and all this other stuff. Yeah, great. Yeah. But I think they're going to be ready to abandon ship and say, we're going to throw it, and Jordan Love is going to go bonko. And I think that's becoming more clear as I'm watching how this training camp is unfolding.
We'll get to Bryan Bulaga coming up. I think you make a very good point there. I would also say that when
how much empty have you seen at the practices you're watching?
Not a ton. No, I mean they still are. I think the most frequent alignment that I've seen is 3 wides, a tight end, and a back. It's been obviously. I mean, they've used the younger guys too. They've got Jaden Nixon is one of the younger guys. Damian Martinez.
I can't even. I'll be honest with you. The bacon just came out. Let's just go to break. The bacon, the smell of it, the cherry wood.
Oh, baby.
Just look at this. I mean, you're going to sit here and try to tell me about who? You're talking about what?
Well,
and
good.
We got bacon, and you're going to be telling me about the third string running back?
Can you
throwing in? Where's
stay,
the white flag? Put some bacon on the white flag. I'm going to throw it up. We need a beat. We got to take a beat.
Then we'll let you tell us about American Family Insurance later, and I'll tell you about Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. 414-276-6666.
Is there anything better than the smell of bacon? Legit, the smells. I don't think so.
Gruber Law Offices support of Wilde and Tausch.
Yeah, we love that. Hey, we love that too. No arguments.
414-276-6666. We are making our plans to head down to the Wisconsin State Fair, and I look forward to visiting the Milk House, which is presented by Gruber Law Offices, as they are always giving back to our communities, supporting great causes, and all the proceeds from the Milk House go right back into supporting the Wisconsin State Fair Foundation. I don't know if you've noticed, if you've been in Green Bay, Jesse, I know you were up here, the Packers community fence on Lombardi Avenue, it's the Gruber Law Offices community fence, and all kinds of cool opportunities for folks to check that out on Lombardi Avenue as well. So be sure the finished product is, I believe, completed now, so you can check that out as well. But Gruber Law Offices, again, so committed to our communities and also committed to winning your case if you've been injured in an accident. All right, we'll get to Bryan Bulaga next. It's Wilde Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Enjoy Ozaki County's premier golf destination, The Bog in Saukville. Featuring 18 championship holes designed by legendary golfer Arnold Palmer, The Bog offers a golf experience unlike any other for all skill levels. But The Bog is more than just golf. It's the perfect setting for corporate events, weddings, and group outings. Our team brings every detail to life. Play the finest greens of Wisconsin, then enjoy a bite to eat in our restaurant or out on our new patio bar overlooking the 18th green. It's time to golf, Wisconsin. It's time to enjoy The Bog.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's favorite vodka for a reason. From the first legal distillery in Texas, Tito's is 6 times distilled till it's just right. And naturally gluten-free, making it a high-quality spirit that mixes with just about anything. From the smoothest martinis to the best Bloody Marys. Tito's is known for giving back, teaming up with nonprofits to serve its communities and do good for dogs. Make your next cocktail with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
Brian Butch here. From high school All-American to Division I to the pros, I've spent a lifetime putting in the work. Right now, score one of the best deals of summer with the Iron Jock Basics Bundle. Get a premium t-shirt, a pair of performance boxers, and crew socks, all for just $57.50. Iron Jock gear is built for comfort with moisture-wicking fabric, 4-way stretch, and silver ion technology that helps you fight odor-causing bacteria. It's everyday performance at an unbeatable price. Don't wait. Head to ironjock.com and grab your basic bundle today.
ESPN fans, it's Gabe Neitzel here, and I want to introduce you to Jens Family Chiropractic. Whether you're putting in long days on the job, coaching the kids, spending weekends on the golf course, or just trying to stay active, your body takes on a lot. And if back pain, neck pain, headaches, or sciatica have become a part of your routine, Jens Family Chiropractic believes it's worth finding out why. Their focus is identifying the cause of the problem, not just covering up symptoms. Learn more and check out their new patient special at jensfamilychiropractic.com. That's jensfamilychiropractic.com.
Homer here from ESPN Milwaukee. What makes senior living at Three Pillars so special?
The community and the sense of safety provided for my mom and dad, and it's just like the most wonderful place to be.
The welcomeness. People are so friendly. If you have a problem, you can go to anybody.
They're just delightful everywhere. I don't see staff, I see friends.
Aww.
And I really do feel that.
And you couldn't live in more beautiful grounds.
Schedule a tour today at threepillars.org.
Mark Tauscher here, and you know I love a smart play from the pocket. That's why I joined UW Credit Union. With their mobile banking app, I can make smart plays from anywhere. And with rewards checking perks like early payday, I score my money sooner. Stop by any of their local branches or visit uwcu.org to join and make the smart play by becoming a UW Credit Union member like I did. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
It's Mike with Infinity Exteriors. I've seen it all, Wisconsin. Sketchy sales gimmicks for low-quality windows, siding that costs more than a new home, fly-by-night roofers. 60,000 happy customers made a better choice. Infinity Exteriors roofing, siding, and windows all come with our lifetime workmanship warranty, no overcharges, and transparent pricing. At Infinity Exteriors, we're on a mission to save our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com.
Feeding the kids shouldn't turn into a negotiation. That's why Cousin Subs reimagined the kids' meal. Kids get to choose a kid's sub, mac and cheese, or chicken tenders, plus a side, a drink, and dessert. Everything they want, nothing you have to overthink. And while they're covered, so are you, with fresh-made favorites you'll actually want and feel good about. More choices, more smiles. Cousin Subs. We believe in better.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, 855 Pella WI, or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Joining us now on the Yuengling guest hotline, Yuengling, America's oldest brewery, now in Wisconsin, DG Yuengling and Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly. It is the great Bryan Bulaga. Bryan, good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Great call on D-Bach. Talked to Zach yesterday. He loved it. I'm not sure he had heard that from anybody else. So you and I saw John Kuhn trying to take credit for it previously, but I don't think anybody had brought it to Zach before. So you and David get credit.
I mean, the fact that J.K. was trying to take credit for it.
Well, you think that's some shocking thing? He wants credit for anything that ever happened in anything.
Yeah, I'm not going to say I'm totally surprised by that. That's not shocking to me.
I love the fact that here's this guy, Zach Tom, previously, Zach
Bacco Buelle.
goes through the process and says, I want to change my name. And instead of everybody just saying, okay, they said, you know what? Let's shorten it and make it simpler. So I don't have to do anything. By the way, hey, Jason, if I may, I totally am on board with it. I just think it's like, can we not wait like 2 weeks? Like, give him a little time with it, and then in the middle of the season, we're like, oh, Z-Box doing a hell of a job on it, right tackle. No. It's too much for me to remember and actually learn that I want to change it within a day. And by the way, I'm not going to argue with it. I'm going to call him Z-Box because I forget. Baco Bowelly? I'm with you guys. I just find it very funny.
Yes, Blue and Tausch, you guys are right. We should really call him by his full name. Just for the record, when I talked to Zach yesterday, he acknowledged that this has been an issue for guys, including Zach Baco Biwele. He admitted that he still responds to Zach Tom, and he said it's taking time for him to get used to his own name, and that they were actively looking for a nickname. And you guys know this. We've joked about this over the years. You guys are not the most creative cats when it comes to nicknames.
Oh, don't lump me in that same category. I've come up with great nicknames too.
You have, but generally speaking, NFL
You're talking
players,
about your old buddy Rodgers, who just put a Y after everybody's name. I mean, that's what he did for nicknames.
True.
What do you do?
I don't do a ton of nicknames anymore.
He says old boy.
Yeah.
Old girl.
Yes.
Brian, the discussion we were having before you joined us is what is the right way to approach playing guys in the preseason. And I know you were there that fateful day in Pittsburgh. Your injury on family night forever changed family night. And that day in Pittsburgh when Jordy Nelson tore his ACL forever changed, at least until this year, how the Packers approached preseason. Can you take us back to what it felt like in that visitors' locker room at what was then known as Heinz Field, and you're realizing that a dude that caught 1,500 yards worth of passes on a team that should have been in the Super Bowl the previous year was donezo on August 23rd?
Yeah, I mean, it was a kick to the gut, right? I mean, you could, and you know, when someone gets hurt on the field, especially preseason, not shocked to not see them come back in, right? Like you're just, sure. I mean, it's like you're like, okay, like, you know, something happened. No blank, he's not going to come back in the game. That's no big deal. It wasn't until we got in the locker room at halftime and you could kind of see, you saw Jordy and you saw kind of the look on his face. And then obviously the whisper started kind of going around the locker room of what it was. And it just a massive kick to the gut because, like you said, you realized you lost your most productive receiver just like that. And you haven't even played a meaningful snap of football. And Jordy was more than just obviously a great receiver. It was the leader he was and kind of the calming presence he was in that offense and what he provided from a leadership standpoint. So it was certainly a very interesting plane ride home. Like it wasn't a very jubilant one. We'll put it that way. Like normally win or lose a preseason game, you want to win every game. I get it. Like, right. But like normally, like going on the way back from a preseason game, the plane ride's normally in good spirits. It is what it is. But I remember that one being a little more somber, so to speak, because you realize the implications of what just happened on that field.
So what do you think they should be doing tomorrow? Because Matt LaFleur gave us this, he did not cite the specific study and who commissioned it, but, you're 3 times less likely if you play X number of snaps in the preseason of getting hurt in the regular season. I don't know if that applies to quarterbacks or not, but let's not forget what happened last year in the preseason opener against the Jets when your starting quarterback tore ligaments in his non-throwing hand. Thankfully, it was for his non-throwing hand instead of his right hand, and there was question about what he'd be able to do in the opener. Now, he was able to have surgery right away, was ready for the opener. Again, had it been his throwing hand, I'm not sure how that would have played out. But what would, if Matt LaFleur calls you and says, hey, I'm going to play Jordan, I'm going to play all the guys at least a little bit, Blue, what do you think I should do? What would you tell him?
I would say a series or two. If they look good on the first series, they're done. That's how it always used to be for preseason one, at least how I recall it. If you have a good first series, you're done. Whether it's a touchdown or not, but if you're productive and you get a couple first downs and you're moving the ball and everything looks clean for the most part, you're one series and done. Now, if you go 3 and out, you're going back out there. You're going to go do it again. Or if it's sloppy, you're going to go do another one. So for me, it would be one series if they look good. If they need a little something extra, if it didn't look great, 2. And that's what I would approach it as. And obviously, as I got later in my career and I kind of understood the dynamics of it, my question is, who's playing offensive line in front of Jordan Love? Because that was always the question. If Aaron even touched the field, was his offensive line healthy, right? Like if there were 2 guys missing, there was no way Aaron was going to go on the field. Just the way it was. You're not going to put Aaron behind 3/5 of the offensive line. It needed to be at least 4 guys out there to, make sure that everything.
If that left tackle wasn't playing, he wasn't playing. You're starting left tackle. Like Cliffy wasn't playing, Favre wasn't playing. That's just how it was.
Yeah, so it was just kind of one of those things that you understood if there were linemen missing, Aaron wasn't going to play. So my question is, who's playing offensive line for the Green Bay Packers against the Pittsburgh Steelers? Are they going to have 1 or 2 for sure starters, and then 3 guys are on trial here, and then we're going to let Jordan kind of figure it out behind them, or what's the plan? So that would be my only concern, is if you are going to play Jordan, the plan needs to be get the ball out of his hands, play action, things like that. Just make this super basic, super vanilla, and get him the reps he needs. Let him get the nerves out, and all the other guys too. That's really what it's for. And then get him out, and that's kind of the way I would look at it.
Blue, to me, it's your star players that you're paying big money to. I'm not going to put them in harm's way. They're not going to have all 5 guys tonight. They're maybe going to have 4, probably 3, I guess, tomorrow night. I'm not playing Jordan Love. It's just not. The juice ain't worth the squeeze. What? Now, the group, especially with the competition at right guard, potentially left guard, I want to see that group work. I want to get them out there. But I don't need to see Jordan Love. I don't need to see Josh Jacobs. I don't need to see Christian Watson. I don't need to see Tucker Kraft. I want to see them up in Minnesota. That's it.
Yeah, no, if that's the route, your approach, I absolutely have no problem with that. That doesn't bother me at all. But I do think you need to see that offensive line every game.
Yeah.
Maybe no not doubt. The last one. Maybe not the last one because maybe you have a joint practice. I don't know how their joint practices are stacking out. I have no idea.
Just one. All they have is one with Arizona on the 26th. That's the only another missed opportunity, by the way. You could have used at least one more, but that's it, Brian. One.
And is that the last week of the preseason?
It is. They do it on the 26th. They've got obviously walkthroughs on the 27th. They've got their preseason finale against the Cardinals on the 28th at Lambeau.
And 2 weeks before the opener.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's 2 weeks before the opener.
Yeah,
right.
Then I think you need to see that offensive line every game. That's just the way it's going to work out. And just based on credentials alone. Right? I hate to kind of go old school with it, but I played preseason all the way up till I think obviously I tore my ACL in what was that?
13.
In the 4th year, and then I didn't do any preseason in my 5th year because they were still being cautious with it. But I played every preseason game 1, 2, and 3. I was taking reps in those games. That was just the way it went. So I'm looking at the group that they're probably going to put out there, right? Jordan Morgan, Sean Ryan, I get they've gotten reps, but more reps is okay. If they get a couple series, if they get a quarter, And then the guys like Tausch said that are competing for jobs and getting experience, like they need the reps. They need to see that. I don't want to say it's not full game speed because it's not a regular NFL season game, right? It's a preseason game. You don't know who you're going to face, but you still get that live game feel and you still get that pressure, and there's consequences for bad performances and things like that. So I think you need to see them work together every single game, because I think that's valuable tape to have, to coach off, to teach off, and to correct off for that group. And it's hard to, especially when you're not doing joint practices, they're only doing one. That's valuable reps to like feel good about where you're at going into it, right? Like that's how you build comfort that everything that you've been working on looks good on tape and you feel good in those situations. So like, I think they need that work.
Blue, what did you, I don't know if you got a chance to catch much of the film of that scrimmage, the family night deal, but the Belton part of this is interesting from your perspective. I think we both thought tackle more of his spot. I know I did. He played a ton of reps at guard. It looks as if that ain't going to be the case. It looks like they're going to go. It's going to be a little battle here with Monk and the young fella at right guard once Banks gets back, and Belton's going to be kind of either your right tackle, backup right tackle, or your swing tackle. How do you view how the Packers have managed Belton so far?
Yeah, listen, I think he could obviously play guard, and I thought that was kind of going to be the path they went down, because Jason and I talked about this when I co-hosted with him. Like the tackle positions
a lot of reps at guard in the regular season play that are now
gone. Exactly. Like the tackle position is essentially full if you look at it from a starter standpoint, right? Like if you want to get your best guys on the field, Jordan Morgan is going to be a left tackle and Z-Box going to be your right tackle. Like those positions are full. So if you want to get your best guys and you think Belton is one of your best guys, then obviously the natural position is right guard.
They obviously don't feel that way, right?
Clearly not. Clearly something has happened during camp that he's been outperformed there, right? I mean, and
Blue, how much of that do you think is because you know how this goes, right? The season ends, they diagnose every snap and every player and go through everything. They just didn't think he was good enough last year at guard, and that obviously pressures and some of the other things. Isn't that? And then they gave him another shot, didn't work, and now they kind of moved him? Or the Packers' approach on it's been pretty clear.
No, it is. I mean, they didn't think he was good enough there last year, so they are trying different guys there. Like it's just very clear. Like I don't. There's no other way to look at it by their actions. So while I'm a little surprised by it, right? Because I thought Belton, after maybe another year of taking reps, but obviously training camp hasn't gone the way it should be going, right? Like the year 1 to 2 development in that position, it's not there. So they've tried different combinations there. So the Monk side of this is really surprising to me, right? Like he must be performing way above their expectations, because obviously kind of I don't want to say the story on him, but kind of what we saw early, he was undersized, maybe couldn't handle the power in the interior side of it, right? Like that was kind of the story on him. And clearly that has changed, right? Like, and he's putting together a nice camp that he's essentially moved Belton out of that, job. So to me, I think it speaks a lot about the way Monk's been performing and what he's been doing. But at the same time, it makes me worry. Like, I get Belton now as your swing tackle, but at the same time, like, you relied on him so much in that position and invested a lot of reps and a lot of time and things in that position with him. And now, like you said, that's gone. Like, you've moved on from that. And then I guess, if, say, Jordan Morgan performs really well at left tackle, right? Like, say he does perform well. What do you have with Belton then? What do you do with that second round pick that you have? What's the play there?
He's
what
the
do you
swing.
do?
I mean, he becomes the swing guy. But again, I don't know where they're. Look, you know this because you're one of the many examples, right? Josh Sitton T.J. Lang, Sean Ryan, all these guys that are college left tackles, they have a track record, the Packers do, of taking those guys and then becoming good players elsewhere, right? Zach Tom.
Yeah.
So there's plenty of examples of that, but that doesn't mean that everyone can do it. And I look at what the arc has been for Anthony Belton, and look, I don't know what his career will look like going forward, but they draft him in the second round. They play him at right tackle all last offseason, right? Zach Tom is coming back, I think, from the pec, so they have limited reps for him or whatever it was that he was dealing with last year. But he gets all work at right tackle, and then they play him at guard during the season when he literally had 0 reps at guard in camp last year. Then he spends a year, or 7 starts anyway, at guard, goes all through the offseason playing right guard with the ones, gets to camp, plays right guard, and now he's not good enough at right guard. So now he's back at tackle where he hasn't played since last summer.
Yeah.
So I don't know how that – and look, you get what you deserve, right? You earn your opportunity, and he hasn't earned it. Like, I'm not sitting here saying, oh, this is so unfair that he lost his starting job.
You kind of are.
No,
I
think they – judged based on what –
You think they mismanaged the O-line?
I think they mismanaged him.
Oh, but you also said that about Jordan Morgan. Like it's not a hot
Goody
take.
said that about Jordan Morgan.
They have mismanaged some of the offensive line. That's why the group hasn't been as good as it needs to be. Period.
To Brian's point, I don't think anybody I didn't know if Jacob Monk was going to make the team. Right? It's year 3. He's coming off a torn biceps that he suffered in the playoff game. He played well according to the coaches. I'm not sure Brian's view of the film was quite as glowing of that incredibly important regular season finale that I covered in Minnesota. But he went from being a bubble guy to now he looks like he's going to be the opening day starter at right guard. And we haven't even gotten to the curious case of the Packers version of Benjamin Button, and that is Aaron Banks.
Yep.
So,
why is he Benjamin Button? Has he gotten younger as he's gotten older? Or?
It's just I just like that. I like the phrase of the movie.
Well, Benjamin Button is the dude that got old. He started off real old and got young, right?
I understand.
Hasn't Aaron Banks started off young and has gotten real old real quick?
I was going to go the curious case of Aaron Banks, but then I didn't know if people would get the reference, so that's why I put it in there
Saving
first.
Mr. Banks is a movie. It was like the origins of Mary Poppins.
Wasn't there a Caddy movie with Banks, too? And then, obviously, you got The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Banks.
Mm-hmm. Uncle Phil.
Carlton Banks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Brian, do you mind if we take a break and we'll continue this conversation about the curious case of Aaron Banks momentarily?
Yeah, I got to check up on my movies here. The Caddy Banks, the Mary Poppins Banks. There's a lot I need to check up on here.
I am not familiar.
Tom Banks.
No, that's Hanks.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Tausch, you want to tell us about American Family Insurance?
I do. Brew Crew, your dream game day starts at the parking lot patio located outside American Family. Next to the third base gate entrance, parking lot patio. It is your go-to pregame hangout. Play yard games, grab free giveaways, free fun, and open to fans of all ages. Stop by. Even though the Brewers have been on the road forever, they're going to be when they get back. Parking lot patio, presented by American Family Insurance.
More with Brian next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance. The pads are popping, and training camp competitions are heating up in Green Bay. Stay locked on 94.5 ESPN all week for our green and gold training camp coverage. Sponsored by PLM Paving and Concrete. For 60 years, PLM has been Wisconsin's trusted paving partner. And now they're building and resurfacing pickleball, tennis, and basketball courts through America's sports construction. Visit plmpaving.com/sports for training camp updates. Keep it on 94.5 ESPN and follow our coverage on ESPN Milwaukee socials, presented by PLM Paving and Concrete.
Snap-on IndyCar weekend at the Milwaukee Mile isn't just another race. It's twice the action. 2 races, 1 legendary track. Bring the crew, bring the family, or just bring your need for speed. Because this isn't just racing, it's a full-throttle summer event. This is the Milwaukee Mile doing what it does best. Snap-on IndyCar weekend, August 28th through the 30th. Grab your tickets now and hold on tight.
In an instant, an injury can change your plans, your paycheck, your peace of mind. But the bills don't stop. The calls don't stop. The worry won't stop. Experience and results matter. After 4 decades of fighting for injured people, we know how to win. Because you deserve respect, results, and to move forward. We fight for what's fair so you can get back to what matters most. Gruber Law Offices. 1 call, that's all.
Hi, it's John Reitz from Great Midwest Bank. When it comes to a home mortgage, we understand you want a simple, stress-free process, great service, and a loan you can feel good about. And for 90 years, that's exactly how we've been doing things at Great Midwest Bank. So if you're thinking about buying, building, renovating, or refinancing, get started at greatmidwestbank.com to find a knowledgeable loan officer and get the peace of mind you deserve. Great Midwest Bank, your simply local equal housing lender.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher for Outdoor Living Unlimited. Well, my wife and I chose Outdoor Living Unlimited to build our outdoor project. And when we met with Aaron and Eric Brown, owners and brothers of Outdoor Living Unlimited, we felt like they were the right guys to work with. We share the same hardworking values, and their showroom is a must-see at 665 Larry Court in Waukesha. If you're looking for a new deck, outdoor kitchen, screen room, and more, Outdoor Living Unlimited is a must. Start with OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com and end with an amazing outdoor space.
Are you starting college, moving to a new apartment, or just looking to create a new vibe in your college living? Make IKEA your first stop for everything you need to create a college space that's all you. Whether you're looking to add color with cozy bedding, organize your dorm with smart storage solutions, or find that perfect sleeper sofa for those weekend visits, IKEA has your college life covered. And verified college students get 15% off when they sign up for IKEA Family. It's free and packed with rewards. So go grab your roommate and head to IKEA Oak Creek or shop online at ikea.us or the IKEA app.
Life's better under a roof. At Grimal & Associates with American Family Insurance, we know home is where your life happens. Whether you're settling in, renovating, or simply enjoying the space you've built, your home deserves coverage that is tailored to you for what life brings next. Contact Grimal & Associates Insurance at 414-332-0838.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on where you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Continuing with Bryan Bulaga, I'm being told that we will not have his Homer Hour sidekick later in the program. He will reschedule with us. So, Bryan, thanks for sticking around. A few extra minutes. Take me through how you view the curious case of Aaron Banks. He has yet to take an 11-on-11 snap. When he was asked this week if this was a regular season game, if he would play, he said he'd be a game-time decision. He has been a bit, and I have a good working relationship with him. I understand why he doesn't want to answer the question. It took a lot just for me to get him to admit that it was his knee that was the issue. And then when he did, he won't be clear on what exactly happened, because he was talking during the offseason about how good it was to be healthy after last year and what he went through. And now here we are. How do you view this with a guy that is obviously a critical part of what their offensive line is going to be?
Yeah, to hear that he said he would be a game-time decision, it kind of goes back to what I was saying when we spoke when I was with you last week, that there's clearly something going on in that knee. And it's not going to be something that resolves itself over the course of training camp if you give him rest or whatever you do with him. And then obviously once you get into season, we all know injuries don't heal once you're in season.
Mm-hmm.
Like, right, they just get worse, or you have to manage them. So it makes me very concerned that this is going to be a long-term issue throughout this season, and that they're going to have to be prepared to play potentially without him for multiple games, if that may be the case. Because to hear,
can I jump in? Can I jump in for a second? And Brian or Jason,
yeah.
Jason, is this a new injury, or is this something, because they had to make a big boy decision financially on him? They're not going to do that without looking it over and saying he's cleared. So all of this, listen, man, he's getting older, no doubt about it. That is very concerning.
So I asked Zebach yesterday about how much time they needed together and if I should be concerned.
I heard that. That was not overly confident.
Well, my favorite line
What
was,
do you want me to say?
He says, there's no way I was going to say yes to that, which I thought was a great line by Zach.
No, but my question is, and it's not about Zebach. My question is about you're paying him. You committed another $40 million to him.
Right, and I know what you're going at, because the reason I bring up that conversation with Zach is because in there he almost violates the cardinal rule and talks about someone else's injury.
You don't do that.
And he says, he says at one point, I don't think there's too much reason for concern. I think Banks, he had something, and I think he should be. Then he pauses and says he's getting better by the day. I don't know his exact timeline, and I'm not going to speak on that. So he clearly was on the precipice of saying something's going on with the dude's knee, and then he was like, whoa, Wilde got me again. He almost got me to say something I didn't want to say. So there's something amiss there, to Brian's point. And what Zach said only underscored what Brian believed. And my point to you both is, tell me a time where you went into a season with something bothering you and it resolved itself over an 18-week, 17-game period. Or in your case, 17-week, 16-game period. It doesn't happen.
Never. Like, and we always joke about it. Tausch probably jokes about it too, but everyone would tell each other, walking into the day one of training camp, this is the best you're going to feel.
Oh, yeah,
for
no,
6
we always
months.
said that.
Enjoy it. So, like, it's not going to get better. And, like, and again.
Getting older, it doesn't get better either.
No. So, like, I've told Homer this, I've told you this. I'm not going to speculate what's going on in his knee, but from someone that's had a lot of knee issues, if you've been given off essentially from minicamp to this point and there is no – essentially improvements, right? Like there's no, like you're returning to action and you're slowly getting integrated back into team reps and things like that, and it's looking on the up and up. There's clearly something going on in there, and it's not going to resolve itself magically in the next 2 to 3 weeks. It just won't. And then when he says I'd be questionable tonight, that means there would be, or tomorrow night, sorry.
Right.
That means there's no way. Yeah, there'd be no way. So it begs me to ask, like, Tausch, and you hit it on the head, like, is it a new injury? Is it a lingering injury?
That's what I'd love to know.
And,
and I don't blame him for not telling us, by the way. They shouldn't.
Yeah.
HIPAA and whatnot.
But at the same time, like, when you commit that amount of capital to a player, right? When you do exit interviews and you do the exit physicals, that would normally be something that got flagged if that was a major problem. Normally, right? At least to my knowledge, right? I mean, I never walked out of a meeting with McKenzie without him going, all right, you got to get this is messed up, or that's good. Your knees are good. You're like, everything was always checked very thoroughly. We'll just put it that way, so that those decisions by them in the offseason could be made, right? Like that's something that could be done. So it makes me think, did something happen in an OTA? Did something happen in a workout? I don't know. But to miss the mini camp, we didn't really know, right? The mini camp, I just figured they're giving them the mini camp off, whatever.
Right.
Not a big deal.
Veteran rest, doesn't need the work.
They don't even do anything in mini camps anymore. That's the part that's so dumbfounding.
I know, but he didn't even dress. So okay, whatever. They're just giving him the mini camp off, not a big deal. But then when there were reports that he could even be put on PUP to start camp, I'm going, okay, something else might have happened here, and clearly it has, and now it's lingered on even more into training camp, and there's really no sign that it's resolving.
Can I ask you guys, I know we got to let Bryan go, but can I ask you guys something? Because, again, I didn't play the game. I know what you guys go through to play.
Don't beat yourself up, Jason.
I understand. Ryan Clark, on the other hand, would disagree. But did you guys ever play with for lack of a better term, a loose body in your knee? When cartilage starts floating around in there. I know that is something that players have dealt with, and it causes all kinds of irritation. And so your actual ligaments are intact, but it's still really problematic. And I don't want you to be irresponsible and guess what's wrong with his knee. Let's play Guess That Knee Issue.
No, what we want to know, and what I think people are interested in, is this something new? Because you don't say you're never been healthier unless you're trying to get a new contract, right? And then all of a sudden, 3 weeks later, you're not. And I understand that they didn't have a lot of media access, and again, don't blame anybody for not revealing it. I don't blame them. But when you're making these decisions, you're banking on him to be one of your bell cows.
Yes.
And if everybody gets hurt. It happens.
Yep.
This instance, you knew he was banged up. You had a monster roster bonus decision to make, and you did it. So you obviously felt good enough about it. And now I would bet if you had to look back at it now, they'd probably reevaluate that a bunch because something's not going on. Something ain't right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And to answer your question, I think majority of my career I probably had loose bodies floating around in my knee. If I had to be honest with you, just being real. Yeah, I probably had a lot of that. I mean, based on some of the years that McKenzie would have to drain that knee and what came out in that needle, yeah, I would imagine that there was a lot
What's the most you had come out in a needle?
In terms of CCs?
Did you get I remember, I'm not going to put other people's business on the street, but I know there was an old nose tackle I saw that had a big, and I'm talking before a Thanksgiving morning game. And I'm walking back there, and I'm like, holy. That was, I thought they were going to, I don't want to get all,
no,
gross
do
with
it,
you
come
here.
on.
Yeah. I thought they were going to baste the turkey with all that fluid and stuff that came out of there.
I remember 2015, I tore my meniscus in practice, and then we got it fixed, took about 2 weeks off, and then I played against the Chargers before the bye week because I was like, okay, I'll play.
You had to showcase so the Chargers would sign you later on. I get it. That's smart.
That was in 15. That was in 15. That was well before
you never know, Blue.
That was well before that.
They were still in San Diego so long ago.
Yeah, that was San Diego.
Drew Brees was quarterbacking him.
So I played, and the next morning, my knee, and we had the bye week, so I was going to go into McKenzie to get PRP and get all the stuff done so we could just sit in there during the bye week. And my knee was so big, I think he pulled 160 cc out of my knee. I mean, the nurse just kept coming in with new new syringes, and they just kept pushing fluid from all around my knee and leg, and it just kept. I'm
What do they do with all that fluid? What do they do with all the fluid afterwards?
I don't know, but like I was starting to look at it.
Baste
I'm like,
the turkey.
all right, I'm like, is this ever going to stop? I'm like, well, is this ever going to stop? Like, what's going on here?
You might as well just get a portal and just have it like you're almost on a catheter. Oh, yep, more fluid.
Literally, that's what it felt like. It was, but like that was the most I had. But at the same time, I think, Tausch, once you have a knee injury and you have surgery on it,
you're just trying to manage it.
Yeah, the surfaces are going to be. Yeah, the surfaces are going to be affected. And once you start doing physical activity again and like playing football, those are going to get agitated. And there are going to be loose bodies naturally floating around in there. And it's how you just manage it and kind of deal. And that's really, unfortunately, the way it goes.
Yep.
We will see how Thursday night's preseason opener goes. I look forward to discussing the breakdown of Jacob Monk and Jagger Burton and Anthony Belton. And let's be honest, Jordan Morgan. Like I don't think he's going to have to face TJ Watt, but this is an important night for him as well. Bryan, we'll talk about that with you next week. Appreciate you, buddy. Thanks a bunch, and good luck with your turkey baster full of fluid.
Oh, thank you. All right, guys, take it easy.
So, Jason, I can't think of a better time to talk about MoMA than right now.
No.
I'm talking. You're talking draining fluids, and I'm talking. That's what I felt like at the end of last year. I couldn't bend my knee. I was having a hard time getting around at all. Couldn't do any of the things I love doing, and I needed to partner up with MoMA, the Midwest Orthopedic and Musculoskeletal Alliance. MoMA brings together specialized local providers like OIW, SMOC, Innovative Pain, making it easy to find the right specialist and the right treatment for you. I know for me, as I was just listening to that, I was thinking, I need to get my butt back down to ortho laser, get that blood flow going again, keep it rolling. I got another little trip coming up, some hiking. So I want to continue to do what I love doing, and our friends over at Ortho Laser have helped me do that. There are also some of their other specialty surgery centers, Smart Scan, Mosh. That experienced team is focused on helping you feel better and getting back to living your life. Learn more at MoMaMKE.com. That's MoMaMKE.com.
We kick off the 10 o'clock hour in 2 minutes, so stick around.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Mark Tauscher here, and 25 years later, we still climb so they are never forgotten. Join the Green Bay Metro Fire Department and Pierce Manufacturing for the 14th annual 9/11 Memorial Stair Climb, Saturday, September 12th at Lambeau Field. Climb at your own pace while carrying the name and photo of one of the 343 fallen firefighters. It's not about how fast you climb, it's about why you climb. All funds raised benefit the National Fallen Firefighters Foundation. Register or donate at piercemfg.com/climb.
It all started with a small storefront and a big promise. Treat every customer just like family. For decades, local families have trusted Sendix to provide the freshest food, the warmest smiles, and a place where community comes first. From generation to generation, we have grown together. Because Sendix is more than just a grocery store. It's home. Thank you for allowing us to serve you for the past 100 years. Here's to the next 100 years. Sendix, your trusted local grocer.
Every homeowner has a list. That roof, those windows, that bathroom you've been meaning to update. If you've been putting off home improvements, you're not alone. At Exterior Pros and Baths, they help homeowners upgrade their homes with beautiful roofing, siding, windows, doors, gutters, and bathrooms built to last. Right now, save up to $3,000 on your next project. Don't wait until a small problem becomes an expensive one. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com. Exterior Pros and Baths. Done right, built to last.
Homer here with a message about Three Pillars Senior Living Communities, located on a serene setting along the Bark River on 300 gorgeous acres. Three Pillars Senior Living Communities is a top-ranked full continuum community. Active adult, independent living, assisted living, memory care, skilled nursing, and rehab. Three Pillars, the hands-down choice for you or your loved one. Been there. Know people who live there. They love it. You gotta go to Dousman and see it in person. Get all the info on Three Pillars at threepillars.org.
This is Marquette basketball head coach Shaka Smart. You're listening to the home of Golden Eagle basketball, 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Three-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year, Jason Wilde.
Time now for headlines as we predict what will happen on Sunday as the Packers take on the Vikings at Lambeau Field.
Packers Hall of Famer Mark Tauscher.
I'm going to do something crazy.
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at ESPN Milwaukee.
I'm going to say Kissing Cousins, Pack Bikes tie.
And celebrating 10 great years on ESPN Wisconsin.
He missed it again! And we'll end this crazy game in a tie. Oh, my goodness.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
The 10 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch begins now. I feel like 10:19 is a pretty good start time when we have Bryan Bulaga and we don't have Homer. Tausch, we spent a lot of time there on the offensive line, and I think rightfully so. The other position that has been in flux, and then yesterday it kind of went back to normal, so I don't know what to think. But in Sunday's practice and Monday's practice, they rotated Benjamin St. Juste, who is known as Juice in the locker room.
Juicy.
With the ones for a series of 1v1, 11 on 11. And then the rest of the time it was Keyshawn Nixon. And then on Monday, he got a little more work with the ones. Not more than Keyshawn did, but certainly more than he had the previous day. And then yesterday, Keyshawn took all the number one reps, and Cisse was on the other side. Carrington Valentine was back on a very limited basis from his hamstring injury. They've gotten some pretty big plays from a kid named Jalen Simpson, who was on the roster late in the year. Are we at a point now where we feel better about corner than we feel about the offensive line, and by a somewhat large margin, or not really?
Yeah, I'd say I feel better about corner. I think part of it is they obviously really like Cisse. What this is telling me is they like Cisse a lot, and they're letting everybody else kind of battle. And Valentine gets back, throw him back into the mix, and you let it kind of shake itself out. And at the O-line spot, I don't think they know what they have yet.
I think they're searching.
It seems a lot more uncertain and hopeful, whereas here it looks like it's more not a position of strength, but the fact that you have your guy that's been your number one corner now for a year and a half, battling it out because guys have elevated, maybe they feel like they can improve, and you have a young player that obviously when you ask the head ball coach if he feels comfortable having him play in the opener, he doesn't even blink, and everything else is Blink City USA on the O-line. I don't think it's even close that they feel better about that.
I wanted to circle back to a question that Jennifer asked in the YouTube comments, but about our conversation about playing your guys. And I do think these corners that we're talking about, they all need to play. Obviously, Cisse, no matter how excited you are about him, he needs the work. He's a rookie, 21-year-old rookie. All those guys, probably even Keyshawn to some
Would it
degree.
matter if he's a 25-year-old rookie?
A little bit, because I think he would have played a lot more football than he has, and I think college football is a little bit different than it was when you were playing it. So, yeah, I think it does matter to some degree.
You're going to see a lot more 25-year-old rookies. I just wanted to make sure you knew.
It's true. But I thought this was a good question because, and I don't know if it's something that I have been over the top defending him on, but Jen's point is it feels like Matt LaFleur can't win. If he sits guys, he's soft, and then if we don't win the opener, he's not a smart coach. But then if they play and he gets hurt, then he's not a smart coach either.
Yeah, hey.
But that's the reality, right?
I don't disagree with Jen. Like, she's 100% right, but that's you make decisions in life, and sometimes they work out beautifully, and sometimes they don't. And it's about how you adjust and adapt to whatever happens from those decisions. That's why they say it's not about, how many times you get knocked down. It's about how many times you get up. So all of this, I think Matt LaFleur, that you're a big boy business, man, as the great late Ted Thompson used to always say. It's true. You want to make calculated, good decisions. And my point on this is the juice just ain't worth this squeeze. That's how you look at, you're going to put your body at harm's way and you're going to do things. Is it going to be super beneficial in that opener if you play 6 snaps in Pittsburgh? No. I don't see it that way. I think getting the work in practice now, not practicing at all and not doing anything, ain't going to help you in Minnesota either. So it is a tough call. And yes, hey, good luck figuring out which way to go. It's not easy. Teams have won it both ways. They've done it. The reality of the NFL now, with the money that is being given and the preseason being shrunk, the first couple games they're not preseason games. They count.
Right.
But they are now being utilized more as we're ramping up. You throw guys out there, and you are going to have more unknowns because there's another game, there's another week of a season, there's a lot more there. And when you eliminate in preseason games, you are not going to train. You're not making up what's 53 minus 14. 39, is that right?
Yes.
You're missing 39 padded practices from the 08-09 season. That's not that long ago. It's different. It ain't going back, okay?
Right.
So it's only going to go more, and you're going to end up, let's just play more games. You're still going to have a ramp up. There ain't Eastern Michigan on the schedule. There ain't Western Illinois on the schedule. It's the Minnesota Vikings, and you better be ready for it. And you better figure out how can I get the most amount of work by keeping the most guys healthy that gives us the best chance to start our season off in a good direction. Hey, that's the job title, Matt LaFleur, and I'm not going to feel sorry for him about it. He'll figure it out, and if he doesn't, you're going to get off to the 0-2 start and shine on sports.
You
You're going to be right.
I was waiting for you to finish your thought so I could drop because they're going to finish 0-2 for the first 2 games, according to Shine on Sports, who, by the way, is very excited. I saw this yesterday from him. He thinks Kyler Murray is going to lead the Vikings to the promised land. So
what is the promised land for them?
Making the playoffs?
Nice.
Chris Canty's got the Packers finishing last in the division, I heard this morning on Unsportsmanlike.
I bet you Chris Canty wouldn't bet 2 nickels about that. I bet he wouldn't.
I know how we can ask him.
That's true. I would bet that. I bet that if I had Shine on Sports made to wager that the Packers are going to go 0-2, I bet he wouldn't touch that either. So my old Karl Malone theory is always in play here. I'm going to guarantee it. Well, then put your salary on it, bro. If you're going to guarantee stuff, put your salary on it.
All right. Well, you don't have to put your salary on the ESPN Wisconsin fantasy football draft. But you can participate, and you can have a blast doing it. It is almost that time of year. Again, football season is right around the corner. And on August 27th is the date. In fact, that's 2 weeks from tomorrow. The fantasy football draft is back as ESPN Wisconsin takes over the Potawatomi Sportsbook for another exclusive event. Right now, you can call to join. And Jesse, are we getting people to be in our league, the Wilde and Tausch League?
That is correct, yes.
And you're going to run our team for us again?
I will not be at the draft this year. I have a Prep Mania broadcast that we're getting started with to kick off our season on.
So
ESPN.
who's your cousin sub to draft for us?
Well, you're going to be there, right? I assume you would do it.
I will be making an appearance at the event, yes, and then I'm going to be leaving.
You're not going to stay overnight at Potawatomi at the hotel?
They've got a lot of beautiful hotel rooms, nearly 500 beautifully designed rooms and suites that are perfect for a weekend reset, a date night, or going to your fantasy football draft. But no, I will not be.
Are you drafting our team? No, he's not.
Josh Kushner and Bob Iger bought the Lakers? What?
Yes, I saw that on GMA this morning.
Didn't the Lakers just sell like a week ago?
They did, and now they've been apparently sold again. Jesse will figure out who's going to be doing the
drafting. How much did he make on that
team.
flip? That's a good flip by whoever bought that.
We need a cousin sub of the day to run our fantasy team this year. Why don't you you're right there. Why don't you pick it?
Can't we delegate a fan of the show to kind of just be our guy? I
think that's a great idea. We will work out the details. But right now, you can be in our league no matter who's going to do the drafting.
Oh, boy.
Jill, you're kind of our fantasy guy.
I can't help it.
I understand, but you are our fantasy guy. You love it. I understand.
You guys could pull a little weight around here.
I don't want to.
I think you should probably stop now.
Yeah, I think you should.
1 out of 10 years, you could draft a team.
Free food, great prizes, the full VIP experience, and now you know that you won't have to deal with Jesse. So that's another bonus. Now you have to be 21 and up. Caller number, Jesse, what number would you like to pick since you won't be picking our team? And this is the first I've heard of it.
10-year anniversary.
Is it crazy to say that we should put Ron and the Key in charge of the team?
Oh, I love that idea.
No, I mean, is that crazy to say?
It's not. It's a brilliant idea. I think we should figure out as our 10th anniversary who will have the honor of general managing our team.
Wow.
I mean, I'd hate to do it to the Klinkster and Jerry again. They got long hauls to get there.
565.
You've already fired them from a volunteer job.
Because I don't want to fire
once.
them again from an unpaid work job. Who would I? Because I'd have no problem firing Ron. So I think Ron might be the guy.
Yeah.
Caller 10 right now will win a spot in the Wilde and Tausch Fantasy Football League, and then you'll have 48 hours to claim your spot on this exclusive event. Caller 10 right now, 844-770-3776, 844-770-3776. Caller 10 in the Wilde and Tausch Fantasy Football League. Caller 10 right now, 844-770-3776. More Wilde and Tausch straight ahead. Stick around.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance. The pads are popping, and training camp competitions are heating up in Green Bay. Stay locked on 94.5 ESPN all week for our green and gold training camp coverage. Sponsored by PLM Paving and Concrete. For 60 years, PLM has been Wisconsin's trusted paving partner. And now they're building and resurfacing pickleball, tennis, and basketball courts through America's sports construction. Visit plmpaving.com/sports for training camp updates. Keep it on 94.5 ESPN and follow our coverage on ESPN Milwaukee socials, presented by PLM Paving and Concrete.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher here for MoMA. Battling a sore knee, a shoulder, elbow, hand, neck, back, or foot pain? MoMA can get you back in the game. MoMA is the new Midwest Orthopedic and Musculoskeletal Alliance, connecting trusted local providers like OIW, SMOC, and Innovative Pain, with expert care and innovative treatments provided in their offices. The Surgery Center, Ortho Laser, Smart Scan, or MOSH. With the best orthopedic care and recovery, MoMA can get you back to doing what you love. Call or walk in today. Visit MoMAMKE.com. That's MoMAMKE.com.
Don't think twice. Call Geist.
Don't let a busted garage door get you down. Call my friends at Geist today. For 70 years, Geist has been the trusted garage door authority in Wisconsin. With brands like CHI and LiftMaster, they have doors for every budget and will even build custom designs to get your exact needs. For swift and reliable garage repair solutions, go to geistdoors.com. That's GEIS doors.com. You can also visit their amazing showroom in Brookfield, featuring hundreds of doors and openers and their custom design room.
Don't think twice. Call Geist.
Every tailgate has one. One person who brings the grill. One person with the long games. One who's convinced this is the year. But everyone's favorite, the one who shows up with the carbless. Handcrafted premium cocktails with bold flavors, 0 carb, 0 sugar, just 100 calories, and gluten-free. No mixers, no mess. Just crack one open and enjoy. This football season, make Carbless the MVP of your cooler. Find your bliss at drinkcarbless.com.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on where you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Hi, this is Mike from Infinity Exteriors. Most contractors cut corners and disappear when there's a problem. Not us. Since 1997, we've completed over 60,000 projects, earned thousands of 5-star reviews, and were named 2025 Roofing Magazine Contractor of the Year. We set the standard for exterior remodeling, trusted by homeowners, proven every single day. We're excited to show you why choosing Infinity means peace of mind. Visit infinityexteriors.com to see why your neighbors trust Infinity.
Every day, teachers and support staff step up, give their all, and make a difference for students. It's a great time to say thank you. I'm Peggy Wirtz-Olson, teacher and president of the Wisconsin Education Association Council. We are teaming up with the Badgers to recognize educators who reach, teach, and inspire. Think of an educator who changed your life and tell us their story. Visit weac.org and help us celebrate the professionals who power Wisconsin's public schools.
Fisco is always there for your auto body care. When accidents happen, Fisco Auto Body on Forest Home in Franklin is there when you need them. Got a broken mirror? They'll take care of it. Dented bumper? Scratch paint? Fisco Auto Body will take care of it. If there's any damage you need fixed, Fisco has you covered. Their expert workmanship is guaranteed for the life of your vehicle. So stop in for all of your auto bumps and dings. Once again, you know the line. That's Fisco.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
One of the things that I have enjoyed the most about
Bob Iger, he used to run ESPN, right? I just want to get my head wrapped.
Disney.
Yeah, I just want to get my head wrapped around this Lakers deal. This is a heck of a deal.
Yeah, they've been sold twice in the span of a year.
Dude, whoever bought them for like 8 or 9 and then a year later flips it for 12. Whew. What a world, huh?
Josh Kushner is the brother of Jared Kushner as well, in case you're wondering.
Okay, I figured
so
there's
that
probably
is
some Kushner on Kushner stuff, yeah. What a world.
Time for our Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All celebratory message, which, as I was saying, I'm really enjoying these. It's been great to hear from so many of our fans. I will say this year, more than any other at training camp, I have had more people come up and say hello and tell me how much they love our show and how much it means to them. I got an email today from someone in Australia who listens to the show regularly.
Hello, mate.
Good day.
Put it on a shrimp on a barbie. Put some of that good Jones bacon around it. Yeah, man.
So let's get to our...
that was a trip around the world in 5 seconds.
Well,
around the world
inevitably,
in
it always
seconds.
goes back to Ireland. I'm not sure why, but that's just how it
Then
goes.
you landed in Jamaica there, too.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's,
we
it's a
are,
skill.
again, extremely appreciative to David Gruber and Gruber Law Offices for being part of our celebratory messages. I mean, it's a perfect fit, right? One call, that's all. But, again, they are so involved in our communities on top of making sure they win your case so you get what you deserve if you've been injured in an accident. They are at the Wisconsin State Fair Milk House. You can stop by there while you're at the fair. We're hoping to head down there this weekend. It's been a tradition at the State Fair for over 30 years, and it is presented by Gruber Law Offices, as they are always giving back and supporting our communities with great causes. And the milk proceeds go right back into supporting the Wisconsin State Fair Foundation. And as I mentioned earlier, I noticed this before I even knew that David was doing this. This is how I found out. I was driving by it. The Packers community fence, the Gruber community fence up here near Lambeau. It's awesome that they're doing that as well. And we appreciate the fact that not only have they been a great partner, but they are also presenting our Gruber Law Office's one-call celebratory message of the week.
Sounds like someone's here to celebrate with us.
10 years with this show? Oh my gosh, what a run.
Wilde and Tausch's 10th anniversary is presented by Steinhoffels.
Greatest show on ESPN Wisconsin, period.
And this celebratory message is brought to us by Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Hey, just want to give a shout-out, congratulations, 10-year anniversary to Wilde and Tausch. I don't know how Tausch made it through. Wilde, congratulations on making that happen. But congratulations. I watch you guys occasionally pop up on social media. All the best. Have a great one. On Wisconsin.
Brett Bielema.
Wow, that's karma.
I gotta say, says happy anniversary.
Wow. I got to say, Brett, you're not seeing me pop up on social media because you blocked me on Twitter.
Wow. Good thing you don't hold grudges, old boy.
How about that? Head coach of the Illini, wishing us happy anniversary.
I hope that they put us on that big jumbotron out there in Illinois. Did you see that?
Largest in the
largest
country.
jumbotron in the world.
Yeah.
Out at Illinois.
What is his responsibility as the former Wisconsin coach but the current Illinois coach? He says at the end of there, on Wisconsin, did he know that he was saying that?
I think he's staying true to our roots, or his roots.
That's kind of him to do that.
And so, yeah, he knows his audience.
Some argue we don't talk enough Wisconsin football. We certainly don't talk Illinois football. I know that.
That is true. That is very true. And again, while there are some things that he has said and done over the years that I was not a fan of, I always want to make sure that I'm clear. When my mentor and friend Tom Mulhern was on the cusp of passing away, he was one of the people that reached out multiple times and was phenomenal. And so I am always going to appreciate that about Brett Bielema. And I appreciate the message. That was awesome. That was a wonderful surprise. That one, like, we've had a lot that I kind of expected. Right, I figured that we would hear from Coach Fickle. I figured that we would hear from some of our biggest fans. That one I did not see coming.
That was a nice little sneak attack.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
We got a few more of these throughout the rest of August. We're building up to a big finale before Labor Day weekend. So stay tuned. We got a few more surprises up our sleeve the next couple of weeks.
That was fun. That was fun.
That was very fun. I was authentically surprised, and thank you to Brett Bielema. It
would have been better if you did it in an Australian accent.
Well, so here's the thing. I do have this email, and I'm kind of tempted to forward it to you and have you read it.
I can do that. I can do that.
Double shout-out Wednesday.
In your authentic
Well, we need to get
Australian
old boy
accent.
that. Remember, the reason Brett called is because he saw a clip of old boy from the guy from Arkansas that called the show. You remember? That's how that all played out.
When Illinois played Wisconsin last year, and he joined Evan and Michelle when they were in the Madison studio doing Unsportsmanlike, he referenced that one of our fans from Arkansas had called in, and he had a very thick Southern accent, and Bielema was talking about hearing that or seeing that social media clip, and so I guess that's where his rekindled appreciation for us must have come from. Yeah.
Well, we appreciate him taking the time to send us a congratulatory message. As Jesse said, we've got a few more of those coming up. I mentioned how we've got upcoming our August 27th ESPN Wisconsin Fantasy Football Draft, and it is at the Potawatomi Sportsbook. I saw my buddy Luis from Potawatomi as I was heading back from practice yesterday. He was up here for the big ribbon cutting for the Potawatomi Sportsbook gate that they now have at Lambeau Field. And, of course, if you're also looking to escape, you can just head down to Milwaukee and the Potawatomi Casino Hotel. I mentioned them earlier, even though I'm not going to take advantage of them on the night before the Packers play the Cardinals. But they've got 500 beautifully designed rooms and luxury suites that are perfect for a weekend reset, a date night, or celebrating something big. And you know while I'm down there, I'm going to grab food. I think Ruyi Asian Kitchen, which is the one place on this list I have not tried, is going to be on my to-do list, along with Dream Dance Steakhouse, Rock and Brews, The Marketplace, Canal Street Cafe, and, of course, the Cream City Coffee Company as well. There are food and drink specials happening all the time. And if you're planning a wedding, a birthday, or an anniversary, their event spaces are built to make it unforgettable. Elite play, luxury stay, bet on flavor at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. We'll continue to roll on here with Jesse and Tausch live from Jones Dairy Farm. I got a note from a friend who lives in the Fort Atkinson area. They were excited that we were going to be there. I had to tell her that I wasn't, but you guys, I want an update on the sausage. I heard sausage being delivered earlier. Want to hear more about that? And more about our trip to Jones Dairy Farm next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
What life events have you experienced over the past couple of years? Well, maybe one is coming up. The sale of a company, death, divorce, a health crisis, or helping to pay for college or a wedding. Well, Annex Wealth Management has assisted clients with life events, but planning for them can make all the difference. Knowing what you own, why you own it, and how much you're paying for it is a big part of smart financial planning. Annex has an entire in-house team that works together so you can make informed decisions when life events come up. Click Get Started at annexwealth.com.
Snap-on IndyCar weekend at the Milwaukee Mile. 2 races, 1 iconic track, twice the action. August 28th through the 30th. This is summer's fastest ticket, so get yours now and hold on tight.
Look around your office. Does it look like 1994 called and wants its lobby back?
Most brands just show up, often amongst outdated decor.
At Captivate Exhibits, ordinary space is the enemy. Beige walls, faded graphics, that motivational poster no one reads.
That's not culture, that's camouflage.
Captivate designs and builds spaces that don't whisper, they speak. They spark conversations, people lean in.
Stop blending in and start captivating today at CaptivateExhibits.com.
Shopping for new windows and doors shouldn't feel like a negotiation. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin doesn't believe in games. They never inflate pricing, and there's no high-pressure sales pitch. Just premium windows and doors built for long-term comfort, beauty, and peace of mind. Buy direct through Pella, and one trusted team handles everything with Pella-certified installers every step of the way. Real pricing, premium quality, no games. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Looking to transform your home with stylish furniture and home accessories without breaking the bank? At your local IKEA in Oak Creek, they believe everyone deserves a beautiful and affordable living experience that enhances your everyday life. From comfortable and fashionable sofas and sectionals, to kitchens full of inspiration, to bedrooms designed to help you find your best sleep and relaxation, IKEA's home furnishing combines form and function to fit any lifestyle and budget. Visit IKEA Oak Creek today or explore their collection online at IKEA.com/US.
One of the most important concepts in sports is don't drop the ball. Are you dropping the ball with your estate plan? When was it last updated? Have you even done one at all? It's ESPN Wisconsin's Jason Wilde for Walney Legal Group. There's a lot at stake for you and your family when it comes to wills, trusts, probate, and elder planning. At Walney Legal, that's all they do. Tailored documents. No confusing legal jargon. Just thoughtful guidance. Do the blocking and tackling to protect your family. Start a conversation today at WalneyLegal.com.
Summer is when homebuyers come out in full force.
Which means standing out matters. The right pricing, preparation, and marketing strategy can make all of the difference.
I'm Tony Wendorf with Tony Wendorf & Associates, powered by Keller Williams.
And I'm Bailey Eichner. Our white glove service includes expert communication, local knowledge, and luxury level service at every price point.
Because every home and every client deserves to be treated with care.
Get started today by searching online Tony Wendorf.
Tony Wendorf & Associates, driven by faith, gratitude, and results.
Calling all High Life lovers, the Champaign of Beers is making history. They're selecting their very first mayor of the Champaign of Beers region. Share your story, throw your hat in the ring, and show us why you love High Life by visiting the Miller Brewery website. Must be 25 plus to sign up, 21 plus to enjoy. Celebrate responsibly.
Brian Butch here. From high school All-American to Division I to the pros, I've spent a lifetime putting in the work. Right now, score one of the best deals of summer with the Iron Jock Basics Bundle. Get a premium t-shirt, a pair of performance boxers, and crew socks, all for just $57.50. Iron Jock gear is built for comfort with moisture-wicking fabric, 4-way stretch, and silver ion technology that helps you fight odor-causing bacteria. It's everyday performance at an unbeatable price. Don't wait. Head to ironjock.com and grab your basic bundle today.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Jesse and Tausch having a blast at Jones Dairy Farm. How's the sausage?
Oh, it's good. We polished it off during the commercial break.
Did you guys eat it like Lady and the Tramp or no?
We did not. Thanks for the visual.
Did he just ask if
He asked if we Lady and the Tramp the sausage. Yeah. He did that.
Interesting.
Weird.
Very interesting.
I thought it was funny.
Well,
I'm glad you did.
Well, I was going to say they said we might have one more surprise before the end of the show.
Ooh.
Based on that setup.
What is that little sounder that you do?
There
we go.
One, yeah.
So there it is.
Not sure what it's going to be, but we've got our eyes peeled. This place is awesome. I've seen a lot of patrons have come in already, and they're coming.
What are we
away
at, the
with
Masters?
The sausage.
Patrons.
You know, patron is a word that people use outside of the Masters.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Do they? When you're in a grocery store,
Oh,
and
he
you see
just
people
did
come
it.
in,
In fairness, he just said it, so yeah.
right? People, not Jesse.
Folks.
We've had some fans come up and
There
say
you go.
hi to us here at Jones
Patrons.
Market. They say they come here all the time. They get their breakfast supplies for the week. They love the sausage. My father-in-law
I'll
wants
be curious
the
what
sausage
hall.
patties.
So
Gotta
Becca
get
gave you a
those.
little to-do list,
Yep,
didn't she?
the sausage patties are a hot commodity for breakfast sandwiches. That's the thing you got to come away with here. But a lot of great stuff too. Of course, the bacon and the cheese that's over here. Everything is so good here at Jones Market.
All right, I'm going to need you guys to help me with something coming up. I need to get. I don't have confirmation yet on what the logistics of this will be. So I want your insights on that. I have also passed along to you our note from Ned down under, who sent his Australian.
That doesn't sound Australian to me.
I think
His name's
Ned's
Ned.
the perfect
His
name
name's
for someone
Ned.
from Australia.
Okay, you do?
What do you think someone from Australia's name would be?
Crikey.
Yeah, let me think on that. Bob.
You've talked about MoMA already today, and of course that prompts me to wonder: have they been such miracle workers? I know they've helped you a ton.
They have.
But are you going to take part in the Pierce Manufacturing 9/11 Memorial Stair Climb?
I would if we didn't have a football game. I believe the Badgers play that day. It is September 12th. And you know what? 25 years later, we still climb, so they are never forgotten. Join the Green Bay Metro Fire Department and Pierce Manufacturing for the 14th annual 9/11 Memorial Stair Climb. Saturday, September 12th, up at Lambeau Field. Jason and his family will probably be up there. Climb at your own pace while carrying the name and photo of one of the 343 fallen firefighters. It's not about how fast you climb. That would be good for me because I wouldn't climb fast, but I would climb. It's about why you climb. All funds raised benefit the National Fallen Firefighters Foundation. You can register or donate at piercemfg.com/climb. Again, that is Pierce, P-I-E-R-C-E, mfg.com/climb. That is a great event, and I think, it's 25th year. It's amazing that it's been that long since that fateful day. And all of those heroes and everybody that was, let's not forget. And if you can, it'd be great to go donate or help or go climb up at Lambeau Field on the 12th of September.
Yeah, I typed that in as you were saying it. Again, it's Pierce MFG, P-I-E-R-C-E, MFG.com/climb, and it pops right up. You can register. You can download the event brochure. You can read about the history of them doing this. It's a great thing. I know I've had a few firefighter buddies who have done it in the past. Maybe we can do that if that fits our schedule, because it is a great thing that they do every year. All right, I want to get your help on something, which I've got coming up a little bit later this morning. In fact, I'm going to leave you two to your own devices there.
Adjunct
at
professorship.
It is not my professorship.
Can you confirm that we can come and do our show and analyze what your first professorship is?
I don't think you should probably do that for my first class, but maybe for my second or third.
I kind of want to see how you first introduce yourself. Like I want to feel the vibes.
Don't tell them, just enroll in the class and go.
I'm not going to do that. I mean, let's not get crazy here.
More Wilde and Tausch straight ahead. Stick around.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Women's college volleyball is back at Fiserv Forum, and ESPN Milwaukee is sending you there. Listen to Jen, Gabe, and Chewy for your chance to win 2 tickets to attend the AVCA First Serve, August 21st through the 24th. Watch Wisconsin Marquette defending national champion Texas A&M, Kentucky, Pittsburgh, Texas, and other powerhouse programs battle it out to open the season. It's 4 days of elite volleyball, electric matchups, and unforgettable action. Listen to Jen, Gabe, and Chewy this week for your chance to win tickets. AVCA First Serve at Fiserv Forum. Win tickets here.
Beautiful day for Brewers baseball. Brats in one hand, your Brewers checking card from Associated Bank is in the other. And with a tap, it's 20% off gear at the Brewers team store. An express entry so you can tailgate longer. And up to 50% off home game tickets. All that power, all for the crew. Only with Brewers checking from Associated Bank. Join the crew at AssociatedBank.com/Brewers. Member FDIC.
Why DIY your frozen pizza toppings when Screamin' Sicilian already went over the top for you? We're talking whole milk mozzarella, heaps of premium meats, a mountain of veggies. Screamin' Sicilian is frozen pizza stacked, no add-ons needed. Mamma mia! Screamin' Sicilian. So loaded with toppings, it's almost cheating. Find Screamin' Sicilian in your local grocer's freezer section and taste what all the screamin' is about.
You already know that Kessler's is the world's largest employee-owned group of jewelry stores.
We were recently told that Kessler's is the fastest growing group of jewelry stores in America.
Well, it just goes to show you
Show you what?
that people like to feel good.
What do you mean?
Rick, you know how many people will drop by and look in the showcases and have some coffee and chat with their sales associates?
Yes.
That doesn't happen at other stores.
Really?
People come to Kessler's because it brightens their day.
It makes them feel good.
It certainly makes me feel good.
Tell me why.
Well, everyone's always in a good mood. And everything is clean and sparkling and romantic and happy.
It feels like sunshine and rainbows, doesn't it?
Sarah, that's exactly what it feels like.
When you're having a gray day, come to Kessler's.
Have some coffee and let us clean your jewelry.
Our jewelry cleaning equipment is completely different than what you have at home.
And we're delighted to do it for free, of course.
Welcome to Kessler's.
To find the Kessler's nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
At Big Fish Contracting, we want every home project to be a good story worth sharing. That's why we as a team aim to exceed your expectations. We can improve any aspect of your home. Everything from a complex remodel to the essential roof, gutters, siding, and windows. Integrity, humility, and kindness are why we've grown in southeastern Wisconsin for the last 2 decades. Visit BigFishContracting.com to learn how Big Fish is renovating homes and redeeming an industry.
Hi, this is Michelle Voskel, CPA and team member at the Neal Group, with over 40 years of experience saving businesses money. I want to speak to you small business owners and make a bold statement. I will bet you our team can put at least $25,000 in your pocket. Yes, you heard right. $25,000. We work closely with small businesses to help them use tax strategies, along with developing processes and procedures to make their business generate cash to keep in their pocket. Our team has saved clients thousands of dollars by using our knowledge and experience to develop strategies tailored to your business. Would you like to see if you can do it? Your only cost is 33 minutes of your time. That's right, just 33 minutes, and who knows how much you can pocket. Remember, you earned it, we help you keep it. Call us at 414-325-2040 and ask the $25,000 question. That's 414-325-2040. Or visit us at nealgroup.net. That's NEAL group.net.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, 855 Pella WI, or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
and Jesse live from Jones Dairy Farm. I have forwarded you Ned's email.
This is such a nice email. I don't want to even have fun with it.
It's
this
very
guy,
kind. And
Ned is
awesome.
like, this is one of the nicest emails we've ever gotten, and you want me to try and belittle it?
I am happy to read it in my normal voice.
I mean, I'm just going to do the first 2 lines because you wanted this. This is great, Ned. We appreciate you and everybody that feels the way that Ned does about our show.
You're going to read the first 2 sentences and then I'll finish it in a normal voice? Is that the plan?
No, I mean,
we don't need to put all.
Do we want to
Ned's
sit here and
business out on the
glaze? Do we want to
street.
glaze ourselves? Like, I don't know.
Little
if
bit.
you want to, I guess you can.
Well, Jesse's always a big fan of glazing.
Now I'm really getting self-conscious about my
Just
Jamaican.
do it. No, just do it. Just let it rip.
Dear Jason.
No.
What do you-
No.
I'm telling you, I don't know if I have. I don't know if I have an Aussie accent.
That was closer to Irish.
Why don't you
Hello,
go
mate.
for pirate?
I am a
and maybe-
long-time listener from Sydney, Australia. And in fact, my loyalty extends all the way back to the Tuesdays with Aaron's days.
This is Irish.
We finally found it.
I also happen to be a long-time TV radio producer man.
He's rolling his R's.
Now he's Robin Williams.
All right, with almost 20 years of experience. Yeah, I don't know if I got Aussie. Put another shrimp on a barbie. Oh, Jason is a long-time listener from Sydney, Australia.
All right. Ned, thank you for your kind
Yeah,
words.
Ned, we appreciate that. Was really a nice
What
email
happened to
that you
Crikey?
sent. Crikey. Yeah,
No. It's a large gator.
Yeah, you're good at that. I'm not. It's not my skill. So why don't you do a little Aussie and see who?
No,
did
I don't.
No,
have
let's
an
see who did it
Australian.
better.
No, I can't. You said you could. I know I
No, I
cannot.
never said I could. I said I'll try. And don't confuse effort with results.
Crikey, mate. I'm not overstating things
I'm
when I
not
say your
overstating
show is
things.
more than a show. It's a companion, a friend, a family member. Now, see, I went English.
You're doing good.
Well,
Okay.
I went Michael Caine.
We again, we would like to thank Ned for a really heartfelt and
Why do you think
flattering
people
note.
love ice cream so much on vacation?
I think people love ice cream.
No, I know
all
they
the
do,
time.
but like you go on a trip, you're going to eat ice cream.
I thought fudge was your official
The
vacation
fudge is what people
dessert.
sell. Like to take home and to grab. It's not you're not buying
Okay.
fudge and eating it right there.
So do you think fudge shops aren't making money? Because
No, fudge
they're-
shops do fine. But I'm saying like it inevitably you go on vacation, you're like, gotta get you out of there are in Croatia, there are probably 30 ice cream shops. They're everywhere. Because everybody wants some.
I think ice cream is the official dessert of fun.
I think it's the dessert of vacation.
It's a good
I think
line,
it is
Jesse.
I think it's the official food of vacation. Like if you're on vacation, you're eating ice cream in some way, shape, or
If
form.
you're at the beach, if you're at a baseball game, if you're out with your friends looking for something to do, like there's always let's go get ice cream. Like it's
Yeah.
just when it's a fun
I agree.
thing to do.
I agree.
So we got a lot to get to here. I need your help to kick off the 11 o'clock hour. We'll do that coming up. I brought this up with Ned's email not only to see how Tausch would handle his Australian accent, but I met another of our fans from Italy at practice this week. His name is Salvatore.
Salvatore.
And the breaking news I got from him during our lengthy conversation,
He like a pizza pie.
he prefers American pizza just like you do.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
Ironically, Croatian pizza was really good.
that's I've heard
Italian
that.
was not.
It was better than Italian pizza. I know that sounds insane to say, but that's the truth.
Well, as Tausch has exhibited with all of his great trips, and we love hearing his stories, you only live once, but you got to make sure that your family and those people you love are taken care of down the road. And that's what Walney Legal Group does. They specialize in estate planning, wills, trusts, probate, elder care, and special needs planning. I am in the thick of the process now, and it's long overdue because it is an uncomfortable necessity. And all I thought about was the uncomfortable part. And I forgot about the necessity part, and that's where Wilde came in with their smooth, easy, and as painless and possible process. Lawyering the way it should be. Clear communication, niche expertise, personal service, and a modern approach. So don't be part of that 84% of people, like I have been for too long, that don't have their proper paperwork and proper planning documents in order. Join the 16% that do, and have Walney Legal help you do it. WalneyLegal.com, WALNY legal.com to start that conversation, no matter what phase you're in. The 11 o'clock hour kicks off in 2 minutes, so stick around.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Mark Tauscher here, and 25 years later, we still climb so they are never forgotten. Join the Green Bay Metro Fire Department and Pierce Manufacturing for the 14th annual 9/11 Memorial Stair Climb, Saturday, September 12th at Lambeau Field. Climb at your own pace while carrying the name and photo of one of the 343 fallen firefighters. It's not about how fast you climb, it's about why you climb. All funds raised benefit the National Fallen Firefighters Foundation. Register or donate at piercemfg.com/climb.
One great day of golf can change lives. Join us Monday, August 31st for the Salvation Army Milwaukee County's Swing for the Kettle Golf Invitational at Oakwood Park Golf Course in Franklin.
Your participation directly supports food, shelter, and life-changing programs for children and families throughout our community.
We'll be broadcasting live from the course, but the day is really about you, getting golfers and sponsors together to make a difference.
Foursomes, individual golfers, and sponsors are all welcome. Reserve your spot today at samilwaukee.org. That's samilwaukee.org.
Calling all High Life lovers, the Champaign of Beers is making history. They're selecting their very first mayor of the Champaign of Beers region. Share your story, throw your hat in the ring, and show us why you love High Life by visiting the Miller Brewery website. Must be 25 plus to sign up, 21 plus to enjoy. Celebrate responsibly.
This is Aaron Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited with my brother and business partner, Eric Brown. Siding Unlimited is Milwaukee's choice for siding, windows, roofing, and doors.
Siding Unlimited delivers on expectations because our experience, integrity, and craftsmanship come through on every project.
For new siding, windows, roofing, and doors, call 262-567-4513 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
This is Wisconsin basketball head coach Greg Gard. This is 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD2, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Three-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year, Jason Wilde.
Joining us now is the Green Bay Packers' new head coach, Matt LaFleur on Wilde and Tausch.
Packers Hall of Famer Mark Tauscher.
Matt LaFleur, Matt Nagy, and Matt Patricia. Who is the most famous non-NFC North head coach not named Matt? No, I'm sorry.
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at ESPN Milwaukee.
Who is the most famous non-NFC North head coach named Matt? Matt Damon, Matt Ryan, somebody else.
And celebrating 10 great years on ESPN Wisconsin.
Can you repeat that question?
Sorry.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
The 11 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch.
Isn't it crazy listening back to that clip with LaFleur joining our show right after he got hired? And I know, whatever. But you just think about it. And I always see this because I'm a fan of the show Friends. Ross and Rachel and, oh, my God, all that. They went on a trip and they said, your life will never be the same. Matt LaFleur, not that show, but when he was hired, just think of that. One day he's an assistant coach. He's an offensive coordinator for a team and didn't do very good on offense. And all of a sudden just think, that's how many years ago is that? And his life has completely changed and all of the great things that have happened to him since and all of the scrutiny. So it just reminded me of when Amy texted in earlier about LaFleur, and he's damned if he does, he's damned if he doesn't. Jen. Yeah, but you know what? That's all part of the deal. What a ride it's been, obviously, for him as well.
Yeah, and Mike McCarthy went from being the offensive coordinator for the worst offense in football in 2005 to becoming the Packers coach, and then the Cowboys coach, and now the Steelers coach. So, life-changing moments to be sure. I want to ask you my question because we've got something coming up here with Aaron Rodgers. But first, I got asked 2 Bucs-related questions yesterday. One, when I was leaving practice,
was
there was
the
a
Gary
guy
Payton trade good?
Yeah, that was
the
part
answer
of the
is
discussion.
no.
That was part of the
God,
discussion,
no.
actually. A guy in a big dog Glenn Robinson jersey, which I was not expecting to see, said, "Hey, I listen to the show every day. I didn't know you covered the Bucs." And I was like, "Yeah, I covered."
A lot of people. A lot of people. Say, do you?
Covered past tense.
Got a feeling the next year might not be so much.
And I was like, "Yeah, I covered."
Spike Lee called my mom.
That's a true story as well. I mean, he called me and my mom answered.
Jason, Spike's on the phone.
Spike is on the phone. But I told him that he should listen to the latest episodes of Behind the Bucs on the Bucs Plus Audio Network, presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. I may not have mentioned all that about Gallagher when I was talking to him. This series is narrated by our friend Jim Paschke, the legendary broadcaster, and it is the oral history of that 2000-2001 Bucs team that I covered with the Big Three and George Karl. And I remember how the Bradley Center was a-rockin' during that playoff run. Find Behind the Bucs on Bucs.com/plus, the Bucs app, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get your podcast, Behind the Bucs, presented by Gallagher. That was Bucs question number 1. The other one was, does Aaron Rodgers still own a piece of the Bucs? And I said, I don't know the answer to that.
Bet he wishes he owned a piece of the Lakers. Am I right?
Something tells me he wouldn't be in business with Bob Iger.
Why?
Just never mind.
Okay. I would believe. I would believe
we
that
just left him hanging there.
I would believe that if he had sold his piece of the Bucs, that would have been newsworthy. Somebody would have reported that. So I would think that he's probably still a piece. Yes.
I am not going to use up my question to him today, but we have another Zoom call. I have a chance to redeem myself. No clarity yet on whether I might talk to him further. I'm hoping to do that as well as we get ready for our 10th anniversary. But my question for you is, what question, if I only get one, what should I ask him? Because I put together 10 questions for if I got him alone.
What's your top one?
I don't know. That's part of the problem.
You put together a list. What is the first thing you wrote down?
It was not in any particular order.
Well, obviously, subconsciously, you wrote the first thing down. What is it?
What's your tier 1s of your proposed questions?
So I'm torn because one of my concerns is that when you ask, and he knows my MO, obviously, is if you ask a very introspective question, he either can be great or he can say, well, I'm thinking about the future, I'm looking ahead, I'm excited about this team, and I don't know how that would go. So I have concerns about that. That's one of my
role play
concerns.
a little bit. I'll be Rodgers. Ask the question.
Oh, boy.
Okay. So, Aaron.
Can you keep it a little tighter than normal, though? I know you asked.
Is this you or Aaron?
This is Aaron. I know you asked super long questions. You keep it a little tight. We got a lot of people on this Zoom, and I'm not going to stick around for all day. Thank you.
So, Aaron, after the way you played in those back-to-back MVP years, I find myself thinking that if you'd maybe embraced the rebuilding on the fly and been more of fun Uncle Aaron with those young guys, that maybe you could have stayed in Green Bay and forced them to trade Jordan the way Brady forced the Patriots to trade Jimmy Garoppolo. Is there anything you would have done differently other than not breaking your thumb in London that would have changed the arc of your career and would have kept you in Green Bay, you think?
Well, Jay,
You're supposed to drink when I'm asking the long question.
No, that's what LaFleur does, and Goody, and everybody else.
And everybody
well,
else.
Jay, I think the night that I drank the tequila and they drafted Jordan Love, I knew my window was 1 or 2 years. So for as much as I enjoyed my time in Green Bay, I knew that night was going to be after that night. My time was I was on the clock and it was ticking, and I went through it. Guys got to play. While I made the mistake of going to the Jets, I didn't make the mistake of ending up leaving Green Bay. I think that was what the Packers wanted, and I got an opportunity to grow somewhere else. So, yeah, you can look back and rehash this and rehash that, but from my perspective, my career played out the way it was supposed to. So, no, there was nothing I would do differently other than it would have been great to get a couple of more championships, and that's the one regret that I have.
Can I ask you another one, Aaron?
Sure, Jay. How are the girls? Girls doing well?
Girls are great. Thanks for asking.
That's great. You bet.
I'm curious. Once upon a time on another radio program, not the Pat McAfee show, you told me that you didn't see yourself.
I'm a lot of
playing.
fun on that show, and it's pretty good. You like watching that, don't you?
Fun is the word. Yeah, when I get a chance to catch it, I really enjoy it. You said on that predecessor to the Pat McAfee show with you that you didn't see yourself playing beyond 36. What changed?
I love the game. I every time it would get close, and I think as you're going through it and you're building your career, you have certain goals that you set, and you can't believe that you've gotten to that point, and then it becomes reality that it is. So, yeah, I have a lot of other interests. In ayahuasca, I do all this other stuff. I just love this game, and I love being around my team. I love the competition of it, and I know I can't recreate this anywhere else. And as it comes into time, in real time, there is never anything that's going to be able to replace it, and I still feel like I'm good enough to do it, and I never would have thought that when I was 25. So I've taken a lot of pride in keeping my body available so that I can do it, and I've been willing and I've been blessed that teams still want me to play. So while I know this is it, I wanted to know when it was it, and I wanted to squeeze every ounce of talent I had out of me, and that is what I have done. That's why.
That's a good answer. You want to do one more?
Sure.
Okay. Because this one references you, not you, Aaron. You, Tausch.
Oh, okay. Thought it might be.
No, I think it's a good
one. Thought it might be something with Fauci or.
It will definitely not be that. I do have one that is Fauci adjacent. If I get to it.
I would think you should definitely ask.
Are you going to ask him if you can ask a follow-up? Because that would be appropriate.
That would be really funny. It'd be funny. I think he'd even laugh about that.
Aaron, Tausch and I talk about that summer of 2008 on occasion and what that was like. And, the point that he makes, which I think is a really good one, is that the way you handled your exit as compared to what you dealt with Favre's exit made it a lot easier for Jordan to succeed you. I know you didn't do that expressly to make it easier for Jordan, but how much of a difference do you think that made for him that he didn't have to overcome what you had to with public opinion and everything you dealt with that summer?
No, I did do that for Jordan. I did that. That was something I went through it. I didn't want to burden him. He didn't do anything. It's not him. It's me and the organization. It's not Jordan Love. And this is the way I felt, and I just knew whatever I could do to help Jordan Love transition to becoming the player that I know that he could be, I wanted to be able to help him. And I wanted to make sure I gave everything I had to this organization, and I knew my time was coming to an end. I wanted to make it as easy. Fans were against me when I came in. Your producer on Wilde and Tausch, he left the whole organization. I listened to your show. It's great. It's better than McAfee's show. Ever's been. You had loyal Wisconsin residents that loved this organization that left because of me and Brett Favre. So I wanted to do that. I actually think you could make this claim, and I've said this on air, that Aaron Rodgers has been you could make an argument he has given Jordan Love the best transition of any quarterback in the history of the NFL by how he approached it and what he left him with and what he left the organization with draft picks and with the fact that they pick swapped, but they put him in a position where he had the whole fan base against him as a 4-time MVP Super Bowl winning quarterback. They wanted everybody. You remember doing this show.
I do.
Everybody was sick and tired of him. You brought Aaron Rodgers up, people would freak out. He made it toxic to talk about him, and it was, we have to support him. When has that ever happened in a quarterback transition? Steve Young to Joe Montana? No. Peyton Manning to Andrew Luck. I don't know how that all played out, but Jordan Love, whether he wants to or not, I think he would tell you, Aaron Rodgers made his life as a starting quarterback in the NFL about as smooth as you could have ever imagined.
I agree.
And I think Aaron Rodgers probably deserves some attaboys from Packer fans for doing that.
Well said. I know.
So I'm going to glaze myself. So you glaze. As Aaron Rodgers, I'm going to glaze myself to finish.
You did switch from being Rodgers to being you in the middle
Yeah,
of
but
that.
it was pretty clear that what he had done. I followed it. We're good with that. I was fine with it.
What did you want me to do?
I struggled. When you started calling yourself third person, but you weren't calling yourself third person.
You don't think Aaron Rodgers would go third person?
Jesse, what do you feel like you've exactly contributed to today's show?
He's eating a lot of bacon.
I've eaten a lot of meat.
A lot of meat.
You had that whole thing with the fantasy draft. You're critiquing the Tausch.
Well, and then I noticed what he started doing. He's eating all the stuff, and then he's leaving the toothpicks over by me to make it look like I'm eating all of it, which is kind of genius by him. I'm like, boy, I didn't realize I had 4 slices of ham already, and I only had 1, and I got 4 things in front of me. And I'm like, Jesse, stop putting it's like when you eat chicken wings and you're just firing the wings in front. The waitress comes over and is like, oh, you must like these wings. And Jesse's got a mouthful of wings with blue cheese dripping down his face. And I'm sitting there like, I had 1 or 2 wings. Now, again, size and how that all plays out, stereotype, you're going to say, oh, that's Tausch. You just had 15 wings. Mm-hmm. Well played, Jesse.
All right, I'm going to give Jesse the choice here because we can either break so we can play trivia.
Is that like Sophie's choice?
I think it's a very different choice than what Sophie faced.
What was maybe I should ask.
No, I don't.
No.
So I
is that Terms of Endearment? Is that movie?
That's a different movie.
Yeah.
I do have one other my Fauci adjacent question that I had. Did
Ask
you want
it.
me to test that
Make
out
sure
for
you
you?
ask it.
And
No.
then you guys can do the trivia.
I
or no?
definitely think you should play in the angle of how much you helped Jordan Love's transition.
Yeah.
And because that will get the best answer from him.
I agree. Mm-hmm. That's where I'm going to go. I think that's the best one, and hopefully I'll have a few more. But right now we need to play trivia. Ryan Wollersheim has put together today's Wisconsin geography trivia questions. And so, Ryan,
How many one-syllable? Are these all, I hope to God, they're all one-syllable Wisconsin towns.
Why do they have to be one syllable? What was
the
this?
show yesterday.
Oh, gosh. I missed trivia. No, but they are following Jesse's poem format or whatever of what he does on Wilde and Tausch Geography Wednesdays.
All right, caller 15 right now. Caller 15 to play trivia. 844-770-3776.
If you had to set an under on how many unincorporated towns there are in the state of Wisconsin, what's the number you put? Unincorporated towns. Is it 120?
I'm gonna say it's more.
You think it's
definitely more than 120?
So what would you set the number at? 200, and then you think you take the over?
No, I'd go close to like 500.
You think there's 500 unincorporated towns in the state? All right. I'm taking the under on 500.
I would take the under on 500 as well.
250, I would think.
That's where I was going to put the over-under, actually. Tausch needs to tell us about UW Credit Union, but again, 844-770.
I'm reading a flyer. I just got a flyer. If somebody hands you a flyer, you got to read it. Right? Someone...
844-770-3776. Caller 15 plays trivia after Tausch tells us about
UW Credit Union. For every stage of life, UW Credit Union is here forever. You proudly serving Wisconsin for over 90 years. They're going to help you reach all of your financial goals. They have a great app. UW Credit Union's mobile app offers a simple way to check accounts, make transfers, and more. That is a smart play from the pocket. Join today at uwcu.org, insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions to apply.
Google says Wisconsin has 1,514 unincorporated communities.
There's that many unincorporated. I'm assuming every state has a ton of unincorporated communities?
I'm just giving you what I
found. I understand. That's a big number.
Wow. I may leave
how many
during
of those
trivia.
How many of those are one syllable?
To get ready for our Zoom call. Trivia's next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
ESPN Wisconsin celebrates Wilde and Tausch's 10-year anniversary. Presented by Steinhoffels.
Our very first guest, Aaron Rodgers. Give us an over-under on what number would you set for how many shows we do together?
Daily, 52 weeks in a year. I'm going to say you do about 230.
Wilde and Tausch's 10th anniversary is also brought to you by Sendix, by Outdoor Living Unlimited, by Gruber Law Offices, by UW Credit Union, and by Events by Design.
National Sandwich Month is here, and Cousins Subs is celebrating all month long with exclusive rewards for Cousins Club members. Join Cousins Club today and unlock special offers, bonus points, and extra ways to earn rewards every time you order throughout August. It's our way of helping you get even more from your favorite subs. From classics to grill-to-order favorites and deli fresh subs, there's always something delicious to discover at Cousins Subs. Celebrate National Sandwich Month with Cousins Club and start earning rewards today. Cousins Subs. We believe in better.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's favorite vodka for a reason. From the first legal distillery in Texas, Tito's is 6 times distilled till it's just right. And naturally gluten-free, making it a high-quality spirit that mixes with just about anything. From the smoothest martinis to the best Bloody Marys. Tito's is known for giving back, teaming up with nonprofits to serve its communities and do good for dogs. Make your next cocktail with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance. Because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Mark Tauscher here, and if you know me, you know I love Wisconsin. That's why I'm a UW Credit Union member. Their team's been all about Wisconsin since 1931, and they love making banking easy for members. Whether it's with their convenient mobile app or with the great perks like early payday to get you paid sooner. Stop by any of their local branches or visit uwcu.org to join and become a UW Credit Union member like I did. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey, Tom, I just really can't get my kids off their phones lately. What's your secret, man?
I told you last time, go to PrecisionSportsOnline.com and buy a hoop. And while you're there, include their court line painting. You'll thank me later. PrecisionSportsOnline.com. That's PrecisionSportsOnline.com.
Your garage can be more than just a place to park your car. Hey, it's Jen Latta from Jen, Gabe & Chewy. Whether it's your workshop, your project space, or where you store all the gear that comes with living an active Wisconsin lifestyle, Closets by Design can help make the most of it. Customary cabinetry, wall storage systems, and durable flooring solutions designed specifically for the way that you use the space. Right now, you can get 40% off, plus ask about special financing options. Schedule your free in-home design consultation today at closetsbydesign.com and tell them Jen sent you.
It's a summer of big wins with WinFest at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. Just play with your Potawatomi Rewards card for entries and your chance to win cash and reward play all summer long. Then keep the excitement going because all your monthly drawing entries roll over into the WinFest final drawings on September 25th, where you could win cars, dream vacations, free play, and cash. Don't miss out on WinFest only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Milwaukee Weight Loss says back to school means back to you. Schedule now and enroll by August 31st to save $200 on the complete weight loss program. Visit MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com today to schedule your free consultation. Hurry. Offer ends August 31st. MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, 855 Pella WI, or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
All right, I need to get ready to talk to the actual Aaron Rodgers in this Zoom call.
You nervous?
Well, after the way it went last time,
it was not good last time.
I didn't get a shot. I want to make sure that everything is ready. Also, they're still waiting to hear back from my buddy Bert, who's the PR director there, on whether I will get a couple extra minutes, because I do know that I want to ask him about us outkicking the 230 show prediction. But I'm definitely not going to do that in a group Zoom.
No, that's not group adjacent.
Indeed. So I'm going to bow out not so gracefully. Let Jesse ask the questions for Wilde and Tausch Trivia. And I'll see you guys tomorrow with your shaky connection.
It's going to be a goofy. I'm just telling you right now, it's going to be a goofy one. It's going to be a goofy show tomorrow. Just get prepared.
Great.
Can't wait.
Good luck, Jason.
Take care. Be good. Good luck with trivia.
GBB.
And I guess with that, it means it's time now for Wilde and Tausch Trivia, presented by Cousin Subs.
Wilde and Tausch Trivia is brought to you by Cousin Subs. National Sandwich Month is here. Cousins Club members earn exclusive rewards throughout August. Join now by downloading the Cousin Subs app. Cousin Subs, we believe in better.
Let's welcome in today's trivia contestant. And that's, of course, Bryan in South Milwaukee.
BSM.
Bryan, welcome to Wilde and Tausch Trivia. Have you played before? If I was producing, I would ask you this. Or is this your first time?
This would be my first time, and I was going to ask Tausch, what's it like carrying the show? I suppose you normally have to do that with Wilde bowing out, correct?
Yeah, it's just the normal. And just another day in the office, Brian. You know how it goes.
You're getting awful close to me here, dude.
Well, I'm going to read the questions, and you have that big screen up there.
Oh, you want to read questions?
I'm going to read questions,
forgive me.
Yeah.
It's not like you do that all the time.
It's true. But and it's Geography Wednesday. No, scrap it. I'm not reading them. All right. I forgot about that. That's how it's going, Brian.
What were you?
I don't know.
You were reading my email inbox, weren't you?
Jesse, just let him carry the show. All right, he's got it.
Bryan in South Milwaukee, Wilde and Tausch Trivia, presented by Cousin Subs. Question number 1 on a Wisconsin Geography Wednesday. Jones Dairy Farm, where we are right now here in Fort Atkinson. We reside in the southern half of Wisconsin here in Fort Atkinson. Which of these cities is located closest to Fort Atkinson?
Ooh.
Again, these are Ryan Wollersheim's questions. You can see him on our video stream.
That's how you know Jesse doesn't like the question.
Solar
He's just
panning it to see if it's
It just feels like the first
it
part of the question was just like a scene setter, and then we got our actual first shot.
You said in the show sheet that it has to be written in this
can
poem
you ask
format.
the question? I mean, Brian doesn't want you guys bickering in front of him.
Sorry, Brian. Which of these cities is located closest to Fort Atkinson? Is it Beaver Dam, Whitewater, or Crivets up north?
Ooh.
Oh, it's definitely UW Whitewater, yes.
Whitewater
is the correct answer.
Right.
Yes, nicely done. Brian, you are on the board, just 10 miles from here.
Is that all it is?
According to Ryan.
Okay.
According to Google.
According to Google.
And how many unincorporated towns are there between here and
how many have one syllable? Question number 2, Brian. The third longest river in Wisconsin runs through Fort Atkinson.
The third largest. Okay.
And then flows south toward Illinois and the Mississippi River Basin. Which of these rivers is it?
Philip.
The Wisconsin River, the Rock River, or the Wolf River?
Oh, it's going to be the Rock River.
That's what I would have guessed, too.
Rock River. is correct.
I'm assuming the Wisconsin River is the biggest river, right, outside of the Mississippi. That is
correct, yes.
Wisconsin adjacent.
Wisconsin River's pretty big, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then Wolf's probably second, right?
It's fourth. It's fourth,
What's
actually.
second?
Number one is the Mississippi River, technically.
Sure.
Oh, so the Mississippi.
Oh, they're counting the
that as a
Mississippi.
Wisconsin.
Yes.
I don't
So
know
it
if
was-
I can really. Can you count the Mississippi as a Wisconsin river?
I think so.
I don't know.
Creates the border.
I understand, but I don't necessarily agree with it. All right, we'll continue.
Question number 3, Brian, no pressure. We do currently have a perfect week. If we can get this one here, we will have 2 days to go, and we'll have a real chance at it. We'll get the notification on our phones that we have a perfect week in action here. On this day in Wisconsin history, August 12th, 1846, the first paper mill in Wisconsin, Ludington and Garland, began its operation. The mill was located in which Wisconsin city?
Okay.
Was that in Rhinelander, Fort Atkinson, or Milwaukee?
I thought for sure Millador would have been one of the answers
Well,
on that.
seeing that we're on the Fort Atkinson team, I'm going to say it was Fort Atkinson.
You get tricked?
Wooly got
him.
Wooly was playing chess.
Well, and you jinxed him with the perfect week talk.
I
You
did.
I think I'd put more of that on Jesse than myself.
Ryan, this was a very deceptive question.
Well, it's deceptive,
Every
but-
other question had to do with being in Fort Atkinson today at Jones Dairy Farm, and then the third one,
Yeah,
you
it's a
threw it
sneak
in there as a
attack.
red
Well,
herring.
It's a sneak attack.
That's brutally mean.
It's not exactly easy to find a trivia questions that on this day in Wisconsin history for Fort Atkinson. All right, but I did manage to
No,
put
but
it.
just put a different city in there. You threw them off with the Fort Atkinson
but then it's
option.
not Fort Atkinson themed
You guys,
anymore.
you guys fight a lot.
Only today.
Okay.
Milwaukee was the correct answer, Brian. Sorry. Milwaukee was the correct answer. There goes the perfect week. Brian, you still have 3 of the possible 4 entries for the drawing for our Cousin Subs gift card coming up on Friday. We wish you luck, and thank you for playing. I'm sorry you got dealt a dirty hand here in your debut of Wilde and Tausch Trivia.
No problem, guys. Thank you.
Brian in South
I'm
Milwaukee.
trying to remember what that last question was.
The paper mill.
So we had a farm in Millador. So I would have thought Millador would have been a great answer for that question.
But it has nothing to do with the
But
farm.
paper mill.
Oh, Millador.
Yeah.
The Millador
And
mill.
obviously,
You could
the
have gone
mill-
Milwaukee,
Here's the
Millador,
deal.
Milton.
The mill corridor
as
is
the
up
mill
north. You got
options,
Wausau, Stevens Point, Wisconsin Rapids. That's where the mills, the paper mills all kind of formulated. That's where that was obviously a huge industry. Still is, but it's obviously a lot smaller now that you don't have the same newspaper, et cetera, et cetera. That's the mill corridor. Is up there.
See, this is why it's a great Wisconsin geography question. It's mill.
And Millador would be a part of that.
I think it's a great question, Ryan. I think it was just a very sneaky answer that you threw our guy
Millador was
Brian
not.
on.
Millador was incorporated, but Blanker and Sherry are both unincorporated.
Blanker.
Blanker. Blenker. Blanker.
Blanker.
Yes.
Like
They actually had, and I don't know if it's still the same. Blanker would have
No.
a post office to itself. You'd have to go in to get your mail in Blanker. They had their own post office that it was boom. They had little post office boxes if you lived in Blanker.
And I wonder how many people that live in Blanker have used Outdoor Living Unlimited to create a beautiful outdoor living space.
Well, they should. We have, and you know what? Sarah and I, we met with Aaron and Eric Brown, brothers and owners of Outdoor Living Unlimited. They're the right guys to work with. We share the same hardworking values. Love the fact Outdoor Living Unlimited is family-owned and locally operated. Their showroom on Stoughton Road is absolutely beautiful. They're going to confuse you. They're going to get you all kinds of great stuff. You're going to think, I got this. Oh, but I need that. A new deck, outdoor kitchen, screen room, whatever it might be, Outdoor Living Unlimited has it for you. Start with OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com and end with an amazing outdoor space. Check them out at OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com.
I want to play something Micah Parsons said earlier this week coming up in Whoa Nelly, if you don't mind. We can get to
Are we
that.
doing Whoa Nelly or Whoa Wooly?
I mean, you have ultimate veto power. Would you like to hear from Ryan Wollersheim?
No,
instead
you
of
guys,
what I
I'll
had
let you
planned?
two fight. You guys have been fighting.
No, you should moderate. You should moderate.
You guys fight it out. We'll go with whichever road
Pick
you go
one.
down.
You have to pick one, me or him.
No, I don't have to do anything.
It'll be Whoa
Jesse.
Tausch.
We're going to stick with Jesse.
knew I'd get him. We'll hear from Micah Parsons, among other things, as Jason heads over to the Zoom call with Aaron Rodgers. Can't wait to see what happens on that as well. That's coming up. It's Wilde and Tausch.
What? This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Shopping for new windows and doors shouldn't feel like a negotiation. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin doesn't believe in games. They never inflate pricing, and there's no high-pressure sales pitch. Just premium windows and doors built for long-term comfort, beauty, and peace of mind. Buy direct through Pella, and one trusted team handles everything with Pella-certified installers every step of the way. Real pricing, premium quality, no games. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Snap-on IndyCar weekend at the Milwaukee Mile. 2 races, 1 iconic track, twice the action. August 28th through the 30th. This is summer's fastest ticket, so get yours now and hold on tight.
What life events have you experienced over the past couple of years? Well, maybe one is coming up. The sale of a company, death, divorce, a health crisis, or helping to pay for college or a wedding. Well, Annex Wealth Management has assisted clients with life events, but planning for them can make all the difference. Knowing what you own, why you own it, and how much you're paying for it is a big part of smart financial planning. Annex has an entire in-house team that works together so you can make informed decisions when life events come up. Click Get Started at AnnexWealth.com.
No matter what business you're in, as the #1 SBA lender in Wisconsin, Summit Credit Union helps your vision take shape with loan programs, great rates, and strategic solutions.
Awarded the #1 SBA lender by the Small Business Administration of Wisconsin in 2025.
Wisconsin, let's talk about something near and dear to my heart. Beer, specifically great beer. And if you haven't met Yuengling yet, allow me to introduce you. Yuengling is the oldest brewery in America, founded in Pottsville, PA in 1829. 197 years, 6 generations of family-owned brewing. Do you know how they became America's oldest brewery? By making great beer. This is a real American beer. Smooth, rich, and finally here in Wisconsin. So grab a Yuengling, raise a glass, and celebrate history the way it was meant to be celebrated, by drinking it. Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America. DG Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
Pickleball is America's fastest growing sport, and those courts aren't going to build themselves. Good thing PLM Paving and Concrete has been building courts long before pickleball was cool. For 60 years, PLM has been Wisconsin's trusted paving partner. Did you know for the last 15 years they've been building tennis, basketball, and pickleball courts too? Now that expertise has an official name, America's Sports Construction. Thinking about adding or resurfacing a court or have any pavement maintenance needs? Don't wait. Wisconsin's construction season is running out. Visit plmpaving.com/sports.
Brian Butch here. From high school All-American to Division I to the pros, I've spent a lifetime putting in the work. Right now, score one of the best deals of summer with the Iron Jock Basics Bundle. Get a premium t-shirt, a pair of performance boxers, and crew socks, all for just $57.50. Iron Jock gear is built for comfort with moisture-wicking fabric, 4-way stretch, and silver ion technology that helps you fight odor-causing bacteria. It's everyday performance at an unbeatable price. Don't wait. Head to ironjock.com and grab your basic bundle today.
Call Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Life's better under our roof. At Grimal & Associates with American Family Insurance, we know life isn't one size fits all. That's why we help protect what matters most: your home, your car, and the people who count on you. Ben Brust here for Grimal & Associates. Bundle your home and auto insurance to simplify coverage and save on the policies you need most. Contact Grimal & Associates Insurance today at 414-332-0838.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on where you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Do you worry about how much someone drinks?
Do you feel neglected or unloved? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you are not alone.
Al-Anon and Alateen can help. Call 1-866-200-0223 or visit alanon.org/help.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Wilde and Tausch, Jesse and Tausch, as Jason Wilde attends the Zoom meeting for Packers media members.
He's nervous.
With former quarterback Aaron Rodgers. Well, it's been years since they've probably talked in a press conference setting.
Has it been years?
I would guess.
Okay.
Unless he was part of one last year that I don't recall.
No, he was, and he didn't get a question. And he
that's
was all
right.
sad.
That's right, yeah. So he's on that Zoom call right now ahead of tomorrow night's preseason opener against Mike McCarthy, Aaron Rodgers, and the Pittsburgh Steelers. I don't know if preseason lines are set at the sports book down at Hard Rock Casino Rockford. We are closer to it.
Yeah, I said we could head down.
Make a trip down.
We could make the trip. It is a premier entertainment destination just off of I-90 in Rockford, Illinois. It is Hard Rock Casino Rockford. They offer the most generous and most frequent promotions of any casino throughout the Midwest. And it's Wednesday, so that's the classic rockers at Hard Rock Casino Rockford. Guests 55 and older invited to the Hard Rock Cafe. On Wednesdays, you get 50% off of meals of $40 or less. This offer can be directly redeemed at Hard Rock Cafe. You also have the sports book, the slots, the table games, the entertainment. They have everything you're looking for right down off of I-90 in Rockford, Illinois, about 60 minutes from the greater Madison area.
I want to say it's about 35 minutes, 30 minutes from where we are here.
It's
in Fort
definitely
Atkinson.
close from
We're
here,
definitely
yes.
a little bit closer.
Yep.
So head on down, Hard Rock Casino Rockford. Get your preseason action, or if you want to be like me and cash in on the Brewers winning the NL Central or 90-game threshold.
This West Coast swing is going to be dicey, I think.
Well, they got to win one hopefully this afternoon. That would help. Brewers-Padres coming up this afternoon, 3:10 first pitch. Time now for a quick rendition of Whoa, Nelly.
If the topic is good, the guys discuss.
Just the other morning at breakfast at Tracy Rocker's house, his mama brought out 15 flapjacks. He said, Mama, take back 5 of them flapjacks. I got to stay hungry for the Crimson Tide.
But if it's not, the show must go on. It's time for
Whoa, Nelly!
On Wilde and Tausch.
We didn't get to this yesterday, and I wanted to make sure I got your thoughts on it, because I heard this, and I thought, man, this guy is good. Micah Parsons with Stacey Dales and Brian Baldinger on site for the NFL Network in Green Bay at training camp. Micah Parsons crashed the set. Now, I guess he had been texted earlier in the day and said, hey, stop by if you have time. You'll hear that exchange here. It's a little more than a minute long, but I was fired up when I heard this exchange, and it went pretty viral on social media a day or two ago. Micah Parsons joining Stacey Dales and Brian Baldinger on the NFL Network. Enjoy.
Micah, how are we?
We're feeling really good. You know, my man Baldy texted me saying he was in town, so I had to come sit down.
Oh, you can't miss a moment with Baldy.
Like, not just because I knew you were coming, but I called you the best pass rusher in the league. And people were like flipping out, like Miles Garrett. I'm like, look, Miles is great, but nobody can do what you do. Nobody can change directions, flush these quarterbacks, force turnovers quite like you can. That's your DNA, man.
Yeah, and I don't even think it's just about pass rush. I'm thinking about is commanding the defensive front. Like the way I set it up, I can dictate the slides, know where the slide's going, understand protections. I think I'm above IQ than every rusher in the league. I've learned from the best between Dan, Zim, Halfley. Like I really understand football at a way better level, so it allows me to, use those abilities that I haven't seen no one else do. So I say that. I can say they're better football players. Like, he's bigger, so you can do a lot more things. Okay. But in terms of pass rushing and doing things schematically, I don't think there's anyone that can rush 1 through 5 from left tackle to right tackle, right guard, left guard, center. Like
no quarterbacks. They can't even complete a pass when you're chasing them. Like, they just throw it out of bounds. Like, they're like, let's go to the next play. Like, because otherwise you're going to turn it over.
Yeah, they know the hunt is on.
That's like a minute 15 seconds of Micah Parsons talking about how great he is, and I believe every word he says. It seems like it reminds me of Aaron Rodgers 10 years ago, honestly, where he's saying, like, this is what I do really well, this is why teams can't stop me, and there's nothing they can do about it. Those are just the facts.
Yeah, the only person you even put in the conversation is Miles, and Miles is older, and as Micah just said, he's a little bit bigger, but Micah Parsons is a freak, and he understands the game. The Packers have gotten everything. I know he got hurt. He's been everything you could have ever imagined. When they made that move, I know the Cowboys are sitting there trying to tell us, we're replacing him with Rashawn Gary and Kenny Clark and the new draft pick and all that. Great. We love what we got. We are excited about it. Now it's just a matter of getting him back out on the field when he's ready to go. He is a difference maker on top of a difference maker. and he makes this defense that much better. He led the league in pressures last year. He didn't play 5 games. In the first game, he was limited. The guy's a freak. He's a great football player, and we need to really take advantage of this window that he is going to be this good, because at some point he won't be, but that point is not now.
Did it feel at any point last year, I don't know if this is just looking in hindsight or not, did it feel at points last year like we took him for granted?
No.
Did
you take him for granted?
After the trade was done, and I think the speculation early was, when is he going to be able to play a full game, and what's his snap count? Like, going into Detroit, that was the big thing, like how much is he going to be able to be on the field? He got that sack of Goff. It kind of changed the game in that opener.
That game was a wrap.
The rest of there was a hype about going back to Dallas. But then after the Dallas game, it did just feel like, yeah, we've got this.
You gave up a 40-burger in that one.
We've got this good defensive player, and then the next time that I feel like it was really prominent of how valuable he was when he got hurt. And, like, we didn't appreciate that entire in-between.
I can't speak for you. I appreciate it the whole time. I knew what we had. He's talking about the sliding the protection. You watch games and you see, that's why everybody was so disappointed in Rashawn Gary. Is you have all of this and everybody's focus is over here. You're getting one-on-ones. You got to win, and there wasn't enough of that. So as far as Micah's impact, it was a monstrous impact.
By the way, Rashawn Gary, a guest on the Rich Eisen show today.
Yep.
I don't know if that already occurred in the 11 o'clock hour, or if that'll be between noon and 2 when we hear it on ESPN Wisconsin. So I do want to make sure we get to Rich on time today, because Rashawn Gary's coming up on the Rich Eisen show. So it is time once again for us to qualify another fan to join us for our ESPN Wisconsin Fantasy Football Draft on August 27th, which I will not be at. Rumor has it you will not be there.
I will not be there, no.
And Jason will be there, but we're not sure if he's going to draft our team or if we're going to have somebody else do that for our Wilde and Tausch League. But regardless, you're going to want to be there. The Potawatomi Sportsbook on August 27th. That's a Thursday night. Wisconsin sports fans, it's that time of year again. Fantasy football is around the corner. Fantasy football draft with ESPN Wisconsin, August 27th, taking over the Potawatomi Sportsbook. It's your opportunity to go head-to-head throughout the football season with your favorite ESPN Wisconsin hosts or whoever we have delegated from our show. And there's no better place to hang out than with the people you watch and hear every day. The ESPN Wisconsin Fantasy Football Draft at the Potawatomi Sportsbook. We're talking free food, great prizes, the full VIP experience is all for fans 21 and up. You got to be in attendance. This is not a virtual experience. Got to be in attendance. Caller number 8 right now. 844-770-3776. Caller number 8 gets our second spot in the Wilde and Tausch Fantasy Football League. You have 48 hours to claim your spot at the exclusive event once you are caller number 8. But remember, you must be able to attend in person on Thursday, August 27th to be part of the league. Caller 8 right now, 844-770-3776. We will wrap it up here at Jones Market and the Jones Dairy Farm in Fort Atkinson. It's Jesse and Tausch on Wilde and Tausch.
The Wilde and Tausch continues next on Every Day. The Carbless Talk and Text line is open for you.
We're not trying to get from A to B. We're trying to get from A to SB, as in the Super Bowl.
800-990-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more. Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Right now, more than 100,000 children waiting in foster care need our help. The Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption is focused on finding them safe, permanent homes. Learn more at davethomasfoundation.org.
An ESPN Radio Extra Point with Evan Cohen.
I understand how good Jordan Love can be, but we are at a place now where there is no quarterback, I think, that has to produce individual success more than him. I don't even know the team success is necessarily as vital. I feel like with Herbert, it's team success. For some reason, I feel like with Love, it's individual success. Here's what I mean by this. If Justin Herbert has a season where he has 40 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, and they don't win a playoff game, we're going to say, well, I've seen that before. Like, I know what that looks like. If Jordan Love, last year he had 23 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, played 15 games, was banged up. Year before that, 15 games, 25-11. Year before that, 32-11. He's had an excellent start to his career. Nobody's doubting that. But the proclamations of smartest I've been around, best at this, top 10 quarterback, I think we need to see a season from Jordan Love where he just blows us away with how great he is.
see if you qualify. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription required. Albert is not a bank. Albert Instant Loans are issued by FinWise Bank, member FDIC. Not an actual client. Terms apply.
Kylie, what's wrong? I just got hit with a car repair bill. I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? Albert is your financial assistant, helping you find ways to save and create custom budgets to actually grow your money. Plus, you can get up to $10,000 for big expenses, or advance up to $1,000 fast when you need cash right away.
Albert can get me up to $10,000?
Exactly. Albert spots you in a pinch and helps you grow your money in the long run.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code CLEAR to borrow up to $10,000 for whatever you need. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code CLEAR to borrow up to $10,000. Use code CLEAR to borrow up to $10,000.
One great day of golf can change lives. Join us Monday, August 31st for the Salvation Army Milwaukee County's Swing for the Kettle Golf Invitational at Oakwood Park Golf Course in Franklin.
Your participation directly supports food, shelter, and life-changing programs for children and families throughout our community.
We'll be broadcasting live from the course, but the day is really about you, getting golfers and sponsors together to make a difference.
Foursomes, individual golfers, and sponsors are all welcome. Reserve your spot today at samilwaukee.org. That's samilwaukee.org.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher for Outdoor Living Unlimited. Well, my wife and I chose Outdoor Living Unlimited to build our outdoor project. And when we met with Aaron and Eric Brown, owners and brothers of Outdoor Living Unlimited, we felt like they were the right guys to work with. We share the same hardworking values, and their showroom is a must-see at 665 Larry Court in Waukesha. If you're looking for a new deck, outdoor kitchen, screen room, and more, Outdoor Living Unlimited is a must. Start with OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com and end with an amazing outdoor space.
It's Kyle Walls from ESPN Wisconsin, and my wife and I trusted Paul's Jewelers with our wedding bands because they specialize in creating jewelry for life's biggest moments, and they made the entire process easy from start to finish. Now, there's another reason to stop in. The 7 C's Cafe. It's the perfect blend of the 4 C's of diamonds and Paul's 3 C's of coffee, chocolate, and cookies. Grab a handcrafted mocha made with locally sourced Wisconsin ingredients while you browse the showroom or swing by the 7 C's coffee trailer right outside. Visit Paul's Jewelers in West Dallas and create your masterpiece.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, 855 Pella WI, or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Jesse and Tausch, Jason on the Zoom call with Packers media members with former quarterback Aaron Rodgers as the Packers and Steelers square off in the preseason opener tomorrow night. We'll spend much of tomorrow's show previewing that and hearing what Jason asked Aaron Rodgers, no doubt. We have spent today's show eating a lot of delicious meat.
A lot of bacon, a lot of sausage, a lot of ham. We're going to have a sandwich. Jones Dairy has been a great partner, and it is a great business. Jones Dairy, family-owned and operated, 7 generations in Fort Atkinson, all the way back to 1889. And what I love about it, it's all natural. The sausage, chicken, pork, turkey. I love the pork, the little pork roll. Original family recipe, clean ingredients, no fillers, nitrates, none of that. Jones Dairy does it right. Find the Jones products in grocery stores across Wisconsin. Check the website's product finder at jonesdairyfarm.com.
We're here at the Jones Market. You can stop on by, pick up your Jones Dairy bacon and sausage and all the other great things that they have here. It's one of our favorite field trips we get to make every year. We appreciate the entire team.
I'll get you a little ice cream today, too. We're going to make sure you get a little ice cream before you go.
Make it a 2-scooper. We'll see. I might get some lunch. We still got some Canadian bacon to get to here. Thanks to Bryan Bulaga. Thanks to Jason. Thanks to everybody who was part of the show. Thanks, Tausch. Appreciate you putting up with me for a little bit here as well.
You're welcome.
We will be back tomorrow. It's a Packers game day against the Steelers in the preseason opener. As Jason always says, have a great day. Take care. Be good.
Miss any of today's episode of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin? Commercial-free full show podcasts are available free on the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Planning for your financial future.
Shopping for new windows and doors shouldn't feel like a negotiation. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin doesn't believe in games. They never inflate pricing, and there's no high-pressure sales pitch. Just premium windows and doors built for long-term comfort, beauty, and peace of mind. Buy direct through Pella, and one trusted team handles everything with Pella certified installers every step of the way. Real pricing, premium quality, no games. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.